What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Hot diggity. Ooh, I'm so bloated. Dude, I don't know why I had burritos today, and I just something about that just makes it feels like heavy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you can eat a burrito and think like, that's light. That's light work for me. Ha! Boppity boppity and boop. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, let me just call attention to one of the funniest interactions I've seen, which is a Catman saying, "Griffin will pay you $1 million today," or ruples probably is what he was meaning. But regardless, Lone being best bro comes in and is like, "Hey, maybe don't go into debt for Grimm." But then it's the spell check nightmare hell that just, please don't go, fuck. I wish so badly Lone would have captured off with fuck. Damn it. When you spell check and then you try to, what do you call it, correct your spell check, and then you also fuck up on the spell check. It's so good. It's just peak nightmare hell. What is good, ladies and gentlemen? How are you? Dude, before we begin, oh by golly, oh man, it is so weird. It is so weird going from like gear 6 down to like gear 1. It is so fucking weird. I missed you guys though. But man, I thought like
Lone Syndicate said autocorrect, don't be saving me when I need it the most.
Yeah. Also, I'd be a little bit too loud. Let me lower my audio a little bit. Boop. And then maybe increase the audio actually for the game because it looks a little quiet. There we go. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the TLDR is holy moly. I was becoming pretty proficient at like making videos. I was able to like kind of be at gear 6 as far as like go, and being able to check things off the list. And then we did this whole month of streaming, which starts off a little rocky, but then eventually you find your kind of rhythm in it. And then the start of this week happened. Monday hit, and I was just like, oh, all right, time to make videos. And then I was just like, oh no. And it's so hard to get into like the, God, let's do this. And instead I'm like, I don't wanna. I have one video that I've edited, and I'm being such a dumb bitch about it. Like I'm just like, I want to edit it, but it just sucks to edit it. It's like doing homework when you're just fucking nothing. You got nothing homeworky in your body. You know what I mean? So it's just pure effort and pain, you know. Bless you.
Lone Syndicate said it was kind of weird not having a stream on Monday. I was like, well, what do I do now?
Dude, Lone, I felt a very similar way where I'm like, man, it feels weird. It's been a pattern for a month, so it was just like, shit. Okay, I guess. But next week will be a full-on stream, so at least there's that. So we're back to kind of like some boppity-boppity-ba kind of thing. Ray says, hey, Grin, how is your week? Been my friends, been pretty good, man. Well, actually, not really. So like I've been saying, I'm trying to get that's one thing that we talked about on Sunday a lot, where like that I told you guys about our new pattern, how we're going to be streaming and things. But that's something that hopefully I'll get better at, but right now I'm not very good at it. But it's like finding out how to get between, how to like rev up into gears. Like basically doing one thing, like streaming for like a whole week is something, but then jumping back into like a different thing entirely, which is like making videos, which is a lot of like planning out a concept, jumping in, recording the voiceover, then editing it. It's so many weird steps. It's not just about like finding something fun to do that day. It's more about like trying to shape this complex thing a little bit. So I hope I get better at that given our plan, but we may have to change our plan because holy shit. Cat says, Mr. Grin, the gotcha grin, the bloated grin, I was a little bit bloated, yeah. The kettlebell grin as well. Also slamball and mace grin, sure, I would accept both. Hello, Cat, how are you doing? Which is your preferred exercise of choice, Cat? Do you just do gym stuff where you're using machines and such, which is great? But yes, Nong says, yo, what's good, Nong? The Raid says, I've been missing this, I missed this stream this week. Yeah, I know, yeah. I feel like I was at a crossroads too, because again, as much as I am tired, it is, yeah, it's just hard to like do a pattern for 4 weeks straight and then stop and be like, well, all right, okay, I guess I'll play some games, I guess, or something. Cat says, it's okay, Ray, you forgive it. I want stream month back.
Raidnade said I need things to distract me from 1.4 for Z's cause my impatient ass is gonna lose my mind.
Okay, so that's why we're playing this game. So by the way, we had a bunch of choices for this stream. I was planning on doing just Zenless for the whole week just so we could chill out and kind of like do nothing. Just we need like a week that's not going on. But then the biggest, like, most hyped game of this entire year for VR has been this game made by the same people who made Saints and Sinners, which is like this badass VR, like you can stab people in the head kind of game. It's crazy. It's one of the better, like, flushed out games for VR. People love it a lot. It's called Skydance to the people who make it. They're also making this game called Behemoth, where basically it's like Shadow of the Colossus meets like a rage monkey, essentially. Like where you're like a supercharged human being that has like abnormal strength and you're fighting these giant Goliaths in VR. So it's like one of those hype games of all time. I was like, fuck, shit. So like, okay, we'll do 2 streams of that, see if it's cool or if it's kind of a dud. We'll see. I think it's going to be pretty cool. We'll do that tomorrow and Saturday. So today is kind of our hangout podcasty kind of stream. We're having a little bit early, which probably is for the best because we all of us have like went through our entire weeks. And yeah, it's weird to have 2 streams and then talk about our weeks when we probably have already done that throughout the first 2 weeks. Yeah, yeah, makes more sense probably this way. But yes. But the other thing I looked up, was Zenless. So Zenless is the stream I wanted to do today because I had a lot of things that I finally, because I didn't have to, we weren't streaming every day. I finally had some time to like read up on all the Zenless stuff, figure out what you guys were talking about, understand so much about the game that I didn't understand. And I'll explain that in a little bit. But I definitely need more coffee. Grin says, Nong says, same shit, different day, but now with, hopefully we can alleviate some of that shittiness. Maybe. Nong. By the way, Lone, I did see your art. Look fantastic,
Catman
buddy.
11,234 said, I love the Shadow of Colossus aspect of the Blade and Sorcery Golem bosses.
Cat, I can't wait for tomorrow's
Lone
stream.
Syndicate said 1.4Z's live stream is tomorrow.
Shit, I can't wait for. Well, I'll probably give you guys. I'll probably ask you guys to give me a TLDR of it. Maybe. Because the plan is like we're going to play this big VR game. We're going to see if we like it or not. And then we're going to basically put a pin on it to come back to it we're either going to play Skyrim or we're going to play the weird HoloLive game all of next week, Monday to Saturday. And so it's going to be a lot of streaming next week. But then we're going to go into another break period, and then next week back could be either Skyrim VR or we could continue this Behemoth one, which like one of them will be done. But it's like a question of do we like Behemoth and we should just keep our momentum that we generated and then come back to Skyrim in like a big wave whenever we do. Because I feel like we can get back into Skyrim at any point. It won't really matter. It'll still hit. Whereas Behemoth, I wonder if it is kind of like a catching lightning in a bottle kind of thing, because it is a brand new VR game that new people could say you see be looking for it and stuff like that, Cat says we are chilling, might eat some soup today. Ooh, is that Cat, you're so weird. Cat's like, it's a chill day, I think I'll have soup. why is soup? I feel like soup's a comfort food, so maybe, but to me when it's a chill day, man, I crave like pizza, maybe like tacos, something that's just like delicious but kind of bad for you a little bit, Cat says it's quite cold out. It's quite cold out, so good soup warms you up. Gotcha, makes sense. Weather. Gotcha. I got it. Just like to save you. I get what you were saying.
Lone Syndicate said, Grin wanna know something funny about the art I post. I tried to run an ad on IG promoting it, and my ad request was denied because it was too spicy for IG.
Oh wow! Also, I didn't even know you could do. I didn't even know you could do ad request things like that. That's crazy, but okay, hell yeah, Lawrence. You're getting after it. What do you call it? But yeah, I can see that, Lone. I was seeing something the other day actually, Lone, that made me interested. Not interested, but like it was curious to me. It was basically like it's like basically like for a long time now, various industries have had like bots essentially associated with them. Like maybe it's a gaming channel, maybe it's like an Instagram that's also about gaming, maybe it's all these little nodes that are kind of all about gaming, but like different areas of it. Maybe it's all about Persona, maybe it's all about X, maybe it's all about Z, whatever. But the premise still remains the same, where basically it's all these like companies they're basically running these things kind of by like governing bots. So like you have an Instagram that kind of scans through like persona tags, and then it'll like take content and repost it on this page, right? And they'll just do that for a long time. But then the person who's using these bots can basically be like, okay, this is the genre of bots that I basically have. So maybe it's like Persona games, it's like Japanese game, maybe it's a little bit of anime. So then he goes to like like people like you or anyone who's like has anything that like would gain something by him using his like built up bot farms, essentially, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on YouTube, and then being like, hey, if you want me to push your content, I can. And it creates this kind of like synthetic way of like maximizing the average. But again, one thing I also heard a person say is they will never accept anything that wouldn't otherwise kind of make sense that it's succeeding, or else it'll blow their cover. So something like it basically, they take something that's already kind of good and they just elevate it to like crazy fucking meme status and insanity, you know? I thought that makes sense, like in a weird way, of like how like you would divide and conquer, and how you would make something almost seem like it's part of the zeitgeist, even though it might just be like a very what is it called, secretive echo chamber that they kind of have made, you know, which you don't even know you're in. Nong says, got about a foot of snow, yeah, man, we get so much snow, Nong, as well. Area blazed by light. Yeah, man, it's icy as shit. It's like it's melting, and it's rains a little bit. Yeah, it's turning up for Canada too with the whole snow. I feel like we got out of the way for most of it, and then it just got real bad real fast. You know what I mean? Like almost like made up for the fact that it was pleasant.
Lone Syndicate said, I am taking this opportunity to test the water and seeing what I can get away with right now. I running an ad of the fully censored artwork. Next I'll try doing 1/2 censored.
Ooh, yeah, but I feel like Instagram's always notorious for that. There's weird rules, like you could do, like I think that I heard on there something recently that it was like breastfeeding stuff. That basically it's like a rule, what is it called? Like a loophole, essentially, where like people go crazy and stuff like that. But yeah. Makes sense. Hate their login to see spicy aspect of Twitter. I don't want to make an account. Yeah, that's shitty. Yeah. Man, but that's also that blessing sometimes, Cat, because sometimes you'll go into like a cute post about like cats or something, or like dogs and stuff like that, and you'll just see a woman just spread eagle in the comments. You're like, huh? Oh, what is this? Jesus Christ. I'm taking. Yeah. Kat says, Grin, you asked for my favorite exercise. It's probably sparring. I recently went against Maya. Okay, that's a whole ass name, and it was really fun. It's a full body as well as open allow kick. Oh yeah, like Muay Thai and shit like that. Yeah. Muay Thai seems like a lot of fun. I also feel like you gotta be careful though, because I don't know. There's certain things, Kat, like where like I know people like running, like a lot of people like sprinting. And to me, I don't know, man. It like I've seen a bunch of people who sprint who like just completely like biff their knees. Like their knees are just completely spent by the age of 50 or 40. So doing those like explosive, percussive kind of exercises could be a little bit dicier on your knees. I think people probably should start veering away from them when they get to probably like 35, or at least just start taking much more care of of your knees, and maybe even be open to, you know, whatever it could be, like swimming. I think builds really strong joints within the body, and also is low impact. But other than that, yeah, when you're young, fucking burn the wick dry. But yeah. Also, Nong says, I have about a foot and a half of snow on the ground total. Last night was whack though. Thunder and lightning with a massive snow. Oh great, so just ice is all I'm hearing, just a fuck ton of ice. Isn't Muay Thai related to kick base? At least, no, I thought Muay Thai is a
Lone
mixture of
Syndicate
like...
said, I will say I thought the censored version wouldn't do well in the ad, and it already has 20 likes and like 500 views, maybe because it leaves something to the imagination.
No, for sure. I think that's one of the things that people learn really quickly is like, oh, I don't want to go too into it, dude, but one of the things that's hilarious is I tend to have a little bit of an aversion towards, how do I put it? I just don't like when shit starts cannibalizing my like pattern, essentially. So like if I'm editing and like, oh, I'm gonna listen to some music when I'm editing, and then I go and click on some music, and there's like a crazy dude basically that's trying to like farm YouTube videos, so he has like a crazy, ridiculously provocative like anime girl doing a crazy pose in his thumbnail. And what do you call it? That I don't like when that stuff's there. Like, not that I don't like that stuff, to be honest, but it's the fact that it like is inhibiting the thing that I'm doing. Like, it almost takes my brain out of that and starts thinking about some shit. I'm not a big fan of that. I like to like maintain my focus and peace and all that stuff. But what I will say is a lot of the ones where like when you see like the most egregious comments, because I'm subscribed to a bunch of these channels that are like music channels that over the years they've kind of dipped in views, and the way they kind of optimize themselves is by like tapping into other things, i.e. risque thumbnails. Anyways, so what do you call it? Now they pop up and they're pretty salacious, but this is one guy who I was subscribed to like a long time ago, and he's just given up. He's just like, if my channel gets banned, it gets banned. And he is finding like the razor wire of wildness. And it'll be something like pretty tame, like a blonde girl with like in a bikini or something like that. But then they do like weird shit where like I think everyone collectively goes like, Jesus Christ, like with I don't know how to put it, but I don't know how to put it, but anyways, I feel like if I don't elaborate, it's just gonna be worse. But basically, there are things that you can have that make something seem way more like risque than just showing the risky bits. Yeah, I don't want to say it. I think I'm like trying to find a way that I could say what it is without saying what it is. But yeah. Anyways, needless to say, it does not surprise me, Lone, that like having like leaving a little bit to the imagination doing a lot for people. If you gave away everything, I think people would be like, oh, that's just too much, you know? But I think you need to tap into that if you're going to actually leverage something like that. I think you need to tap into like what it is that makes something like that, I guess, kind of interesting. Like what is like, it's not just that you're putting a censor bar over it, it's something innately that hints at something else, which I think in the example that I'm thinking of is exactly what it's doing. But alas. What should we do? Okay, so well, I'm gonna catch up. I think that we're almost done catching up with chat, and then we'll I'll ramble at you guys about my Zenless findings. Okay. Actually, we don't have to sit in silence for right now. We can do this because I did things. How did I do things? Where is the things that I did? This, and then this. And then action clips. There we go. Load. Muay Thai is elbow, knee, as well as... Yeah. I thought Muay Thai was basically like the whole gambit of striking. But I will say it does, more unlike other martial arts, it almost seems like you're supposed to be light on your feet so you can like quickly pop up with a kick, essentially. Where most, like some other martial arts, like boxing, are more grounded, and you're just basically throwing your upper body really hard.
11234 said the leaving a bit to imagination is why people love the lined sweater look on anime characters.
Yeah, the
lines increase curves, yet it's a sweater, so they're fully covered.
I'm about to say, yeah, or what do you think about like the Virgin Killer sweater as well? What do you think of that? That's also another version of like, it's like a person pushing it to the line, but I still think the line isn't crossed, you know what I mean?
Lone Syndicate said I'll defiantly fiddle around with GRINN because I am interested in seeing the results. I'll be sure to keep you updated.
I don't want to say I'm interested because that would be wild, but I am curious. I'll say that. I can put this on in the background whilst we're just chilling and hanging out for right now. Lone gonna fiddle around with crab. The sentence went a little hard for a minute. A good pause is needed. What do you call it? It wasn't sleet or hail. It just legit. Oh wow! So it wasn't, you didn't get any rain. Gotcha. Kat says the reason I don't do Muay Thai is their propensity for leg kicks to basically kill your thighs. I'm not trying to break, but yeah. My brother's doing Muay Thai and his whole fucking calves are like swollen essentially. Yeah. Eesh. Let's throw on some music as well. Let's really create like a fucking whole ass ambience and nonsense like that. Throw that away, close. What do you think Moonwalker like sounds like? That's what this playlist for song is. Let's see. Yeah, honestly, kind of what I think Moonwalker. Yeah. Alright. Alright, back to that. Alrighty. It's a hot look. Lone is gonna feel. God damn it. Autocorrect, please help. Autocorrect hates everyone at It Appears. I was gonna say, okay, so. Alright. Where do I start? When it comes to Zenless, okay, for a while there, I wasn't able to tap into like the lore, the leaks, the whatever. Nor was I able to play the new event. So I finally was able to play the new event, and because I wasn't able to tap into like the videos you guys were sending me, I wasn't able to really watch them. And even when I was watching them, I was like, we gotta stream like 10 seconds, so like I gotta hurry this up, and I watched them at like 5 speed just to get the information. But I after playing this, because I was wondering why when I was like, man, Haramasa's gameplay looks awesome, and then we finally see. Like, I finally did the main story quest, and I was like, why are people excited? Like, his gameplay looks amazing. And then I finally played the main story quest, and I was like, oh, he's a little bit of a, it's just a not a very, like, what's the word? His personality isn't great. It's not terrible. It's just not great. It's not like something you're like, yeah, this person's cool. Miyabi, on the other hand, pretty fucking cool. Pretty fucking cool personality. Kind of stoic, kind of odd, but not too odd. Loyal friend, all that stuff. So that made more sense. And then I finally looked at our Zenless Discord, and I was able to see all of the videos you guys sent me. And, well, first off, I thought Miyabi...
Lone Syndicate said Vermeil from Vermeil in Gold comes to mind. I've never seen a woman look so good in that kind of sweater.
Vermilion in Gold is probably one of the poorest examples of what we're talking about. It is the absolute most feeling kind of thing. It is like a Skyrim skimpy armor, basically. Skyrim skimpy armor is exactly like the opposite of leave a little bit to the imagination. It's like, how much skin can we possibly show? But yeah, the sweater, there are moments, I guess, sure, that would probably be somewhat true. Anyways, back to Zenless. Like I was saying, I finally got a chance to look up Miyabi's gameplay, and dude, you guys undersold that a little bit. Her like attacks and shit don't just look like Virgil; they look like much better than Virgil's like abilities. Like the crazy like splintering slash, the 1,000 cuts look just like infinitely more like colorful. The particle effects look beautiful. Also, I thought she would be like, and correct me if I'm wrong, like genuinely, because I'm not sure if I missed something, but it didn't seem like Miyabi's kit was like what I know Virgil's to be, which Virgil was a lot about, like, Virgil punished button mashing. Dante rewarded, like, just chain combos, like XXYYX, and as fast as you possibly can chain those out, that'll work. Virgil punished that, to where, like, it was all about, like, XX hold, XX pause, X. And then you would, like, do these weird combos, so it almost tried to, like, get you to stop your rampant, like, just attack! Berserker go burr! So yeah. But when I looked at Miyabi's kit, it doesn't look like there's any of that. Like, if anything, it's all about, like, there's some hold charges. It doesn't seem like there's any of that debilitation. I did see people getting peeved that she got nerfed pretty bad.
11,234 said, as a Virgil appreciator, I guess I gotta check her out, I guess.
Ooh, I mean, I wish I could show you. It is still leak land. If the, well, yeah, we'll see. You could just type in Zenless 00 Miyabi leaks, and it'll probably come up for gameplay. I don't think there's any audio in the game yet because it's all leaks, but yes. Just be like Mayaka and create a character that breathes through her skin. Yeah. Sorry, just be like the Metal Gear guy. I know what you're saying. Just with the breathe through skin thing. Metal Gear, Hideo Kojima made like a weird character where she was in a bikini and it was like, she can only breathe through her skin. That's why she is naked. You're like,
gnawing fetus, said Miyazaki.
Miyazaki, that's how he says. Yeah, sorry. And we just said Miyabi, so I'm like, is that what you're talking
Syndicate
about?
said I might do another Vermeil drawing one day. She was the first thing I drew when I started digital art.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What do you call it? Yeah. Again, what do you call it? She's definitely an awesome character. I think she's a fun. A part of me wants to put that damn video, the damn like thing I'm talking about, because I can't say it. but I can post like a thing in our Discord and then delete it immediately of the thing, because I keep trying to think of a way that I can communicate to you guys like what to me is like is a pretty tame image. Like it's just a girl in a bikini, but it is insane. the level of like, oh shit, holy shit. And then of course it's like everyone in the comments of that stupid music video that I seen, or like anime, what is it called? Like this person uploads music on channel. How everyone had that same reaction, but I kind of want you guys to see it just because like I want to see if you guys have the same reaction of like Jesus Christ. Quite from Metal Gear. No, I might do another that, right? Nong says, whenever I think of things breathing through its skin, I think of things like bugs or plants. I said, yeah. I mean, I guess it's also the thing of like, when you see a person like in like a weird thing, in weird context, like maybe it's like, oh, there's an alien person and she's like a bride. She's like this beautiful blonde girl or whatever. And she's like, she's an alien. Ooh, in the back of my head, I sometimes think.
Lone Syndicate said, Grin, if anything, you can DM it to me. I would like to examine it.
Anyways, I'm not sure. I might post it to like this. I don't know where we could post it that wouldn't be sus. Maybe we immediately delete it fast. Anyways, but like I was saying, what do you call it? Again, people, when there's like a attractive alien person or like it's a demon-esque girl or something, and everyone's like, oh my god, they're so pretty. In the back of my head, I'm like, do they have the same anatomy as us? Or like, what if they don't have like any sort of reproductive like things? So then it's just like a Ken doll or whatever the hell, you know? It's like, I'm not sure about all that. Also, what do you call it? Again, there's, I don't know if they actually show it, but there's a lot of cool moments in this whole thing. But, ladies and gentlemen, today I did want to cover some ground essentially, and also tell you guys how. Oh man, I don't know. I mean, I think I might be going for Miyabi. I really liked what's his name, but after playing the story, I quite like her. Seeing the gameplay, it looks extremely flashy for Miyabi, or whatever her name is. And me enjoying the fact that her combat isn't very Virgil-like. Like it looks like Virgil, but it isn't play like Virgil as far as like the timey nature of it all. At least I don't think. So that to me was all like, oh shit, this actually might be pretty cool. And I already have like an ice team that I'm building, you know. And if we get one free of the dude just there, if we get one free the dude of the Electro Archer guy, then I think I win, but not really, because I think you do need his weapon. That's one thing that people were saying about Miyabi, though, is like you probably need her weapon. Maybe not need, but it would very much help you to have her weapon if you want to reach those kind of stupid heights that it seems like we all want to reach, especially with a powerful character coming down the pipeline. But are you guys ready? Are you guys ready to see a very muscular boy punch shit and probably
Lone
be badass?
Syndicate said, I always enjoyed Virgil's gameplay and learning how to master it.
I can never, man. I don't have it in me. I know my battles. I've tried. It just sucks ass. I hate it so much. The idea of like, you're attacking, you're in the flow of combat, you're dodging this thing. Wait, pause. Now you can attack. I'm just like, fuck you. You know what I mean? I hate it. It's like the antithesis of what I hate about like attacking games. What's good, Light? Light, I might be with you, Light. I think Light, you're in the same. Yeah, I might be with you, Light. We might be going for Miyabi. I just seen the gameplay finally, and I just seen that her kit is not very similar to Virgil's in the sense that you have to like pause. It's just you just got a lot of attack patterns. It seemed like. I will say it's disheartening to see that they nerfed her a little bit, made her a little more weapon dependent. Which yeah, but yeah, I think we might be rocking that. But ladies and gentlemen, before we get too ahead of ourselves, let us just burn some resin, and let's do the classic thing that we do in Zenless. And yeah, I'm so excited for tomorrow's stream. We're gonna play this cool fucking game where we're playing like this. Do you guys even know what I'm talking about? Like, are you guys like, I don't pay attention to VR, which makes sense. but to me, I am so juiced. This is probably the most anticipated like big VR game of the year. Metro is one of them, but this is, I think, more of a bigger news. Oh, so man, I'm dehydrated as hell. I don't know why. They nerf Yang. Yanagi, and you see how she is. Who's Yanagi? Who's that? I don't know why I have the urge to scream. Just like, I don't know what it is. I think it's because I'm not like I feel like my. I'm just not. Dude, I did chest yesterday, and I fucking eviscerated my chest. Too much. This, and then this. Classic thing. Recommended. I didn't hit go. God damn you. Hit go. There we go. Good. This and off. Also, that's the only criticism I have for the Section 6 Yanagi, whatever the hell that girl's name is, the secretary. My only criticism for that weirdness is I don't like the fact that our characters weren't really present at all. I know it's kind of like a companion quest or like a agent specific quest, whatever it's called, but it still felt like just another reason where like our characters like Belle and Wise are just like these fucking people don't matter. I mean, which I don't like. Oh, I'm above my chest. It's Section 6 lady? Which one? It does not, like Section 6, there's a secretary, and then there's a fox-eared girl, which is Maya something, Virgil girl. Yanagi is the secretary, like, thank you. She is in the character, yeah, no, I got, yeah. You can just say secretary lady, and we got you. I'm confused about it.
Lone Syndicate said Z's update leveled up the Nako engine for Corrin, and she slaps.
Ooh, Corrin, yeah. I also got C6 Corrin mode, so I can finally, if I want, do that.
I see your weak spot.
What?
Take this.
Leave me be.
Get lost.
Honestly, this lady's just here for like show. I'll be honest. Doesn't really do much for us.
What's your honor really worth?
Like said, by the way, I'm building Piper.
Don't mess up my nails.
Is it a little loud? It might be a little loud. Sorry. You're building Piper, man. I was building Piper, and then I kind of was like, meh. I don't know, man. There's like a limit to Piper where I feel.
Catman 11,234 said, look up some Mayabi gameplay, and she is the example of my favorite gameplay style.
Oh, you did? You looked up some.
Love me, the classic anime swordsman or woman who slashes visibly once and then creates a wave of extra slashes.
Do you know her personality, Kat?
Lone Syndicate said, sounds fine to me.
Sounds fine. Oh, it did sound fine to you? Shit, well, maybe we should left it normal then. But what do you call it? I was gonna say, have you seen her personality, Kat? Because I have this
Raidmate said
suspicion.
also, Grin, don't worry about pre-farming relics for Miyabi. There's gonna be a new set for the next update.
Got it.
Who's next?
Will do. I was gonna ask you guys that. I wasn't sure. I felt like I remember asking you guys something about it. So, whap, 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 and bop, and then
Good
this. Focus
Take
on the
this.
right one that's stunned, man.
Get lost.
Damn, I don't know what happened, but shit. Light says my team is Lucy, Piper, and Mayabi. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Is Mayabi have an off? Like, is she have like moments of explosiveness and then ramps downwards?
Light said you can grind the 2-piece.
You can grind the 2-piece. What does that mean? I don't know a person. I don't know a personality. Yeah, I'm about to say. Well, what do you call it? If you did see her personality, Kat, I wonder if you'd like it. It's kind of like stoic. You know, like the trope in anime a little bit, where it's like the student council president. It's very stoic, but like it's kind of that vibe to some extent for a katana lady.
Time to eat. Troublesome.
No, stop focusing on the wrong one. This melee.
Get back.
Gotcha.
And
Let's hurry
pop,
it
pop,
up.
pop. You can grind 2 pieces. Yeah. Well, I think I got. What is it? Wouldn't it just be attack percent, or would it be ice? Do I have energy? I do. I think this is the energy. That didn't make sense. Ooh. Right says, I'm probably going to craft using some relic crafting and stuff like that. Makes sense. Yeah, again, it made me laugh though when I was doing the story quest, because I was just like, I was like, man, the one dude with like the bow looks awesome as far as gameplay is concerned, and I just couldn't get why you guys weren't more excited. And then I played the story thing, and I was like, oh, yeah, it's not great, not bad, but not great.
There it is.
Lone Syndicate said, Grin, after days of farming, my maids are ready to be viewed. When you get a chance, I want you to check out their builds.
Okay. What is it? How would I do that again? I forgot. We haven't done that for so long. Also, yeah, the reason why we're playing Zenless today is also to try to make a heavy ground coverage in all the events, i.e. the story stuff, because I always like seeing the story with you guys, and also it's fun kind of taking the piss out of the story a little bit. And Lighters, I feel like, is going to be one of those ones where it's like if you, what do you got? One of the best adages or whatever you want to call it in all of fitness is you don't get muscles for girls, you get muscles for dudes, basically, because they're the only ones that will ever appreciate and understand the effort it takes to get X, Y, or Z. But I should say effort it takes. Women would know too, but I think dudes only are the ones who can appreciate like a dude who's giga jacked and you're like, holy fuck, dude, that must have taken you forever. Kat says Stoic Student Council President, like Kaguya, cute as long as there's a tsundere side. I don't know if there's tsundere side. There's more of like she's like a battle junkie who hates like monotony, but she's not mean. She's not like tsundere in the sense that she's like, I hate you. It's more of like a, we should go fight in a combat area, can we? kind of vibe, but also being very stoic and being like the leader still, even though, yeah. Although in the weird Agent 6, whatever the hell, it's...
Lone Syndicate said you pause, then press triangle, then go to my friends page, then press triangle and select check info.
Got it! That's a great description of how to get to there. Wow. All right. Maid Gang.
Touch my tail.
Let's see. This is Lone's Ellen. Let's see. Too much critical rate. I'm kidding. It looks great. Let's see. Good attack, I think. Although I don't know the things as much, but I think that crit rate crit damage could be a little higher, unless you don't have. No, you have her weapon. Got her constellations maxed the fuck out. We'd like
Light
to see
said
it.
I have 309 Golf Hi-Fi Master copies.
What is that? Oh, that's the like customizable things. Yeah. Now the proficiency you don't care about. What is the set that you're rocking? Let's see. Attack percent and ice percent. I'll allow it. It's okay. It's good actually. But this is the one I'm more interested in. Because I could possibly make her, essentially. But I don't know how this character really what this character wants besides penetration ratio, which it does seem like she has a lot of. But again, Lo, this is the worst part, because you'll be like, look at my characters. And I'm like, I don't know enough about anybody to know what character is good. like what their stats should be. Like, that's why when you guys send me the Maya B video and shit like that, a lot of these people are like just sitting in a screen, like looking at statistics essentially, and I'm just like, I don't know what the baseline is. If I knew like a 500 damage is the like normal place for damage. Instead, it's just like, this might be kind of hot. I have no idea what's normal. You know what I mean? So I find like I don't get any of that. But yes, what do you got for her? This is what I was curious about. Yeah, penetration ratio, of course, and okay, penetration ratio from those two sets. But then you have her on the swing jazz for energy recharge and launching a chain attack. It does more damage for all allies. Yeah, that's pretty good. I wonder if you... Nah, probably not. I was going to say maybe you could build her also for impact. Maybe. Because the whole, like, 15 more damage is good. But, yeah. Not sure how good, you know? But I'm also... It's crazy that I do have her weapon. Wild. And what about these other characters? This character I know. You have fucking that much anomaly? Wait, do I have you beat anomaly? I don't remember. Golly. 407. Do you have her weapon? You son of a bitch. You fucking... what was I gonna say? What are you fucking, not rich,
Only
but
the
like,
brave will
you financially,
That's me.
I don't know what's the word. Financially ridden person. I don't know what how the phrase is. Your poor financial choices. Basically.
And now, wanna?
I got to beat on
my
anomaly.
research subject?
Huzzah! I got a little more critical damage than you. Yeah, but do you have more attack than me? Let's see. I wish we could like directly
Which
compare.
alias should I use this time?
Let's see.
Want a
Let's
glass of
see.
nitrogen?
Mike said
Wanna
Grin wanted to me next.
Be my research subject?
Attack. Grin wanted to me. Sure, I guess. I don't know. It's not very helpful, gang. I don't know what's good. I could be like, oh, look, this is... Hi. I have no idea. What do you call it? I got a little more anomaly damage than you. I got a little bit more critical damage than you, but you have a 2,500 attack. What do we got?
Which alias should I
2,500
use
attack.
this time?
Nope. 2,500 attack.
Touch me, and you can wanna
2,000.
be my research
Ooh, you do got a little more
subject?
attack than me. Also, you probably have more elemental mastery than me because I think that's what her fucking main weapon does. Anyways, what are we doing? We gotta go to this
Which
now.
alias should I use this time?
This. There's Light. Let's see. What do you want me to look at, Light? We got you. I don't know. I kind of know what she
Let me
wants, but
finish
let's
my
see
cup
how
of
much
hot water.
impact. 200, almost 200 is pretty sweet. Impact and energy recharge. Gotcha. Interesting that Sukaku is here. That's weird, but let's see. Oh, wait. Is that why? What? Why so little critical damage? I thought like because your critical rate was so low, you'd have some absurd critical damage, but yeah. What's happening? What's happening here? Critical damage there. Yep, that looks good. That looks good too. Am I? Oh, yeah. Am I missing something? I feel like I might be missing something. Why is the critical damage so low? Oh, you might not have her weapon. That might be helping the whole thing happen. Am I crazy? 126. Maybe that's just the average. Maybe what's the average? Average.
Touch my tail, and you.
Now I got 130 and almost 55, but again, I think it's the weapon that's helping me get a little bit above water with that. Yeah, this gives you 24 critical rate, which helps a lot.
Gnawing Fetus said crit damage is only really worth stacking if your crit chance is stacked in most games.
Yeah, it's true. Well, not for the reason why critical chance doesn't mean or critical rate doesn't mean anything with Ellen. Ellen has her two passives. Her two passives basically give her a fuck ton of critical rate. So it's almost like if you get critical rate on any of your items, it's just shit because you're just it's useless for her because she basically, I think one of her enhancement gives her like, I think it's like 30 or 20% critical damage just when you apply like an ice effect onto a person, which always happens. But you're largely right, Nong. It's just Ellen's one of those free characters where it's like she gets so many weird
Light
passives.
said I'm saving for Miyabi.
I'm
Touch
saving.
my
I got
tail.
you. Makes sense. That's why I got you. But Miyabi, we're waiting for like, yeah. I was going to say, I'm not sure, man. I mean, like, I would hope that we would get Miyabi and then maybe go for her weapon, because that's what people are saying, is like, if you wanted to kind of get the kind of like nuttiness of this character, you don't need her weapon, but I think it would help you kind of experience that level of insanity that people are kind of talking up, you know? But let's do this! Go! Let me know if it's not loud enough. This is a lot. So if you don't know how things work here, I really apologize. I just skip through all the non-voice act talking, and then we're kind of hope for the best. Okay? Because, yes, bastards. It's not voice act. We just skip through it. It's the false assumption of choice, all that.
Let me give you an example. Say your gang gets into it with another gang.
Light
and
said
you
I'm
get sucker
surprised you
punched.
didn't mention
But not
that
long
my
after,
Chingy
the
is
two gangs
almost
make
max.
peace.
I don't know
Wouldn't
enough
you
about
still
Quincy.
be a little pissed?
Sorry, I don't know enough about Chinshi or whatever her name is, Changli. I only like got her enough I didn't even know what I was doing when I built her, basically. So I don't know what her stats are, nor do I know how to get her having. Like, any character that, like, wants impact is always super frustrating, because I think you can only really affect the weapon can give you impact, and then the one artifact thing can give you impact, and then the one buff of an artifact set gives you, like, 8 impact. But it's, like, other than that, it's super hard to get synthetic impact outside of weapons, which usually is the common denominator. And their iconic weapon has a fuck ton of impact on it. She almost got all 12. What do you mean, like, maxed out her skills? I didn't notice that. Yeah, I didn't. I wouldn't even thought to look at that. I haven't spent any crowns yet.
Yeah, I'd be pretty upset.
Exactly. That's what settlement days are for. In the Outer Ring, nobody just lets stuff like that slide. Even though Caesar's the new overlord now, there's still some unfinished business between the gang members. They've got 3 days
Lone
to settle their
Syndicate
beef
said
by
Ellen gives
challenging
herself
each
like
other.
up to 17%
After that,
crit rate
it's
in
time
her
to let
base
it
kit.
go
Then
and
when we
move
add
on.
her M1 and weapon, that's another 56% crit rate for a total of 73%. In total, this woman gives herself no crit damage.
Yeah. So she just all critical rate. Tons of critical rate.
In these challenges, both sides put something on the line. Kind of like a wager, and winner takes all.
Sounds serious.
So that's what it's all about.
I didn't even say that. He said it. Why?
But is it really okay for a delicate proxy like me to attend an event like this?
Yeah, it used to be pretty hardcore, but it's much more chill this year. After all, Caesar's not the type to hold grudges, and no one will come looking for trouble. This year's duels are mostly stuff like target shooting, rock, paper, scissors, tongue twisters, and the stakes are silly
Target,
things
you're
like
shooting
stale
firearms,
bread or
rock, paper,
a rabbit
scissors as
someone
well.
grabbed from their
Is this
backyard.
America? I feel like.
Oh, I just saw 2 gangs having a contest over who had the longer cat.
Sounds more like a fair.
Pretty much. But hey, Caesar's having a blast, so I
Light
guess that's
said I
just the
have
new Overlord's vibe.
178 pulls for Miyabi. I'm so excited.
Ooh. I'm about to say, why is Light...
Catman 11,234 said the way you said sounds serious. Now I want you to do the Deku dub voice for some of the dialogue.
Me? What do you mean? Oh, what do you call? I did see some news, man. I was so sad about My Hero ending in the way that it did, where like I just heard from my brother basically, who was watching a bunch of videos on the ending, and he was saying all this kind of shit about how what do you call it? How it just ends like Deku based. It's just weird. I don't want to spoil anything, but not the ending that it doesn't really do justice to Deku in a weird way. It also kind of shits on like the loose ends, like Araraka and all that stuff. But apparently, I've seen a wave of thumbnails of people being like, they fixed it. And then I'm like, okay, good. Because I don't know about you guys, but like, if I know a story is going to end in like kind of a shitty, unsatisfying way, I have fucking zero energy to finish it. Like, I'm just like, why am I investing in something that's just a fucking train wreck? And I don't want it. But yeah, I haven't seen some of those video thumbnails pop up. I'm like, okay.
Since you're here, Proxy, if there's anything you're not happy about from our last job, now's the time to settle it.
Things I'm happy about, what?
I've enjoyed working with the Sons of Caledon, but I just
Catman
remembered something.
11,234 said I feel the same about
You're not holding a
Boruto.
grudge
Boruto,
against
yeah.
me, are you?
Also, gang, can we try to use text to speech when we're not in the middle of dialogue, so we're not all competing? We'll get out of the screen in a little bit, and we'll be good to go.
Back in the Hollow, you accidentally stepped on Eos's foot.
Oh, really? Sorry, I'll watch where I'm stepping next time. But hey, that's a perfect excuse for a nitro field drink off. What do you say, Proxy?
Who is that? Our Bang Boo?
Uh-huh. It's a perfect excuse for you to drink some nitro fuel.
That's not true. Actually, I don't do well with nitro fuel. It makes me dizzy. But Caesar told me to make sure you have a good time, so I wanted you to get the full experience of settlement days.
So alcoholism.
Anyway,
Woo!
I'm wagering a Bang Boo ether battery. And if I lose, you can take it and give it to Eos as my apology.
No more T2S. No, it's not that we don't have T2S. It's just, to me, or talk text speech. It's just that I it happened like 5 times where like it was in the middle of dialogue, Lone hit me, bang. It was in the thing I can like, what do you say? Okay, and like if it's about listening to Lighter or listening to you guys, I'll listen to you guys. But then it just leaves me like, what the fuck are we doing in this quest? So I would like to have some bits and pieces of what the hell's going on.
All right, I'll give it a try. As for my steak, how about a discount coupon for our video store?
All right. I'll go queue up at Steel Tusk.
It's so far
There's
away.
There's gonna be a lot of people buying Nitro Fuel today. Take your time looking around. We'll meet up at Steel Tusk later.
It's like a 4-hour drive just to get to the city. That's an insane thing. Like, here's the thing that like, you only use never. what a stupid, dumb thing. But look at this. Also, I'm happy they kept this in there. Look at this. I made this cheese place. What? You know what I'm trying to say.
Light said my favorite to use is Chingyai, then Piper, then Ellen.
For what? This is also the problem of asking a question in the middle of text-to-speech stuff, and then, or in the middle of a cutscene, and then being like, well, I'll just wait on this. And as soon as it's out, bang, and then it's just...
Lone Syndicate said, side note, Lighter Agent story is the best so far.
Oh, wow, really? Shit, is it just badass? Ooh, my favorite, use is Chingy, Piper, and Ellen. Really, you like Piper's gameplay? I feel like you would have liked, what do you call it, Jane Doe, if you liked Piper. Man, guys, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me. I'm just like, feeling like a, what is it, thing that they did to people? They wrapped them in a bunch of cotton and they threw them in a fucking golden crepe and like fucking mummified them. Mummies, there we go, mummy. I feel like a mummy where I woke up from my tomb and I'm just like, and it's taken me like 10 minutes just to become human again.
Light said I got Chingy over Jane.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's tough, man. That's tough. Yeah, does Ching-Chi, whatever her name is, the bow staff girl, does she have a, does she even have like a gameplay loop really? Because she just whaps and then dodges, then whap some more, you know? It is cool that it's all over the place, but yeah. Oh, my eyes!
Gnawing Fetus said need some caffeine there.
I don't know what it is. I think it's dust, man. I think it's like I go through my day like a fucking mummy, where like I'm sitting there editing like this, and I don't move for like the whole day. I'm just sitting there, just like completely locked in. And then it's time to stream, and I go, ugh, oh my back.
Lone Syndicate said I'ma go get some water, so this is your friendly reminder to drink some goddamn water.
It's not water. Vegans. I drink a lot of water.
Light said I love this NPC.
I can't wait. We're gonna check it out in a minute. But what do you call it? It's not even. It's almost like dust. It's like dust happens, and my nose gets all clogged, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, I'm hitting it with allergies, and I'm just like, anyways. But let's do our best. I just want to sprint, just fucking like run a little bit and come back. That's what we should do. We should. I do have an attack bike. I should have it right beside me, and I should hit a button whenever I'm feeling this way, and we just start going for it for like fucking a minute straight, and then we come back and we just winded for like solid fucking 10 minutes. I don't listen to anything that's not fucking voiced, because it just makes me mad. I read all day.
Raid Nate said Grin mummy costume for Halloween next year? Thinking face. Gnawing Fetus said try stretching? Helps me wake up on my slacker days.
I don't know if it's stretching. It almost feels like a... it kind of makes me feel like digestion. Like I think, again, I asked for Christmas this year like a treadmill that goes underneath your desk, essentially. You can just walk on. I think that'd be helpful to like after I'm eating my food just to walk on the treadmill, because I feel like a sociopath when I'm just looping around my room. I feel like a crazy person. So just walking on like a treadmill would be nice, and I think that would help kind of get my body to digest food, because I think that's my issue is I eat and then I'm just sedentary, and then your body's just like, we'll take 20 million years to digest this, and I'm like, great, because I don't think what I ate today should be like hard to digest. It was basically I went on a tear eating a shit ton of omelets, and then I'm starting out just to fucking hate eggs. So I've ate it for like 5 months straight. So I'm like, I need something different. So I started getting into like burritos essentially, which are great, by the way. So we had leftover roast. So I just threw a bunch of roast with some spicy sauce in there, with some cheese, rolled that baby up, threw it on a pan, cooked 2 sides so it's flatter a little bit, and I ate that, which was great. So I don't think that's, like, there's nothing in there that I think should gas you out. Like, I think, well, maybe roast is a little bit heavy. I don't know. Maybe it's also the spicy sauce that your body's like, what is this poison? But it kind of feels like that. Like, the feeling I get is not the feeling of, like sludging it. It almost feels like when you ate too much food and you're just like, oh. And then you try to do something in your body, it's like, no, stop. How dare you? I also haven't finished my first cup of coffee today, though. My parents always say that's my dumb move. Is like, finish your first cup of coffee, then just, it's like, that's how you become human. And I'm like, Mom, Dad, you have like fucking 4 cups of coffee every day. Like, what are you talking about? 5 cups of coffee. And I'm like, I don't want to have that. And they're like, yeah, but we got a lot done. And they're like, yeah, I know. It just seems unhealthy. Does anyone else's like family members like sleep like 4 hours a night? And they're like, that's totally normal. And you're like, it's like one of the leading causes of cancer and shit like that. Stop. Get sleep. I feel bloated as shit when I have too much soup. Cat, you're one freaky dude. Okay? It's like Cat knows that like, basically like, my mental image is just what you guys give me. So I just keep seeing like a picture of Cat, who's like tall as shit, jacked as hell, eating soup and just comatose, and that's just the image I see in my head of Cat, and it's just a nightmare. All right. Pot roast is delicious, but it bogs me down. Yeah, man, pot roast pot roast is great. I agree. I was gonna say though, man, anybody got any ideas what could be in a burrito that wouldn't be gross? Hamburger, assured. What do you call it? A farmer's wrap, or what is otherwise known as like a morning burrito. Essentially, it's basically just egg, some sausage or bacon, and then some spicy sauce, and you roll that baby up, and you're good. And also like a hash brown usually. But I'm trying to think what else could go in there. Maybe some steak. You go to the supermarket, get some really low, like cheap steak, cut that into thinly sliced little ribbons, then soak it in pineapple juice, which will help degrade the cheapness
Gnawing
of it.
Fetus said chicken, lettuce, tomatoes.
Chicken. Man, I told you, but chicken is shit. It's not good. Chicken is bad for us right now. I don't know what the fuck's happening, but chicken in our area is like the most fucking mutated, nasty shit ever. Like you take a bite into it, and it literally just tastes like you're eating like a mutant thing. It's like.
Catman 11,234 said marinated flank steak is cheap as hell, thinly sliced, and a huge cut of meat.
What is it called? You say this, but then I go to my Canadian land Costco or whatever the fuck it is, and they're like, best we can do is $50 for the smallest piece of steak we could possibly give you. Or they're like, hey, here's a steak that is this thin and also comparatively the same price as that other one if you just cut it into thin slices. Anyway, let's see. This. Bad this. Marina flank steak, cheap as hell, thinly sliced, huge piece. I'm going to take a picture of that. Let's see what that'd be. I'll look that up after stream and see if it's near me. Oh, I was watching that Guya video, whatever his name is, Guya something. You guys know him. He always ages shit. But he was saying how he did something with like he soaked like a steak that was really cheap in pineapple juice, and its acidity helped degrade like the tendons and make it all soft and tender. And I tried it, and it was good. Your steak also lingeringly tastes like pineapple.
Said rice, and not that white rice, that flavored rice, also guacamole and queso.
Rice, and not the white rice, that flavored rice. Too much work. We're looking for something that is like something that I could maybe meal prep or just bang out.
Said chicken is better than pork digesting, for me anyways.
No, I agree.
My mom can't eat pork at all anymore because it's been so long since she's actually had any.
Wow.
Wrecks her digestion.
I love me some chicken, but it's been a millennia since we've had good chicken. I'm not sure if we need to look for a certain name of the chicken. Like, I don't know. It can't be grass-fed because that should cost too much. But, yeah, I'm not sure what it is. But it's just like, it's one of those things where it's shit. The chicken is just a nightmare. It's always like gross and like rotten almost. Like it's like a mutated bird essentially, or like you just got like muscles.
Catman 11,234 said, do you look at Discord DMS? I can send my recipe. It's easy to meal prep, since it just sits in a bag, then grilled, then ready to eat.
Yeah, so there's two types of meal prep. There's meal prep where like you have a freezer.
Lone Syndicate said, GRINN, they have instant flavored rice, just boil it in water.
Yeah. But I was going to say, so there's two types of meal prep. There's meal prep that's like, you basically, straight up meal prep where like you make a meal, then you freeze it, essentially. So you make a bunch of burritos, then you put them in a baggie, and then you just freeze it in the freezer. The issue is I live with family, and I don't know if I want to take up space in the freezer because I'll get my head bit off, stuff like that. So meal prep to me is more of like, can I like make something on Monday? Like for instance, I would basically take like I would cook up a bunch of like sausages, and then I would just put them in like on a plate in the fridge, have them be there, and then I would cook up what is it called? A bunch of hash browns, crisp them up, put them in the fridge, and then I would just crack 2 eggs in a pan, take the 2 eggs, throw them in a burrito, put some spicy mayo in that, throw some sausages in that, roll them up. We're good. So it's not exactly this. Like there's 2 types of meal prep. Meal prep in the sense that you're basically queuing up an easy meal, and then there's the other one where like you're making a pretty fucking great meal, but then you're just freezing it. I because of the freezer space situation, I'm kind of in this weird space. You know what I mean? Lorraine says, I love how Grin ignored my Halloween suggestion. I didn't ignore it. I just didn't know what to play off it, Ray. Sometimes someone says to you and you're like, I wouldn't want to do that. Like sometimes your reaction is like you're in a conversation with your boys and your friends like, you should do that for Halloween. And I'm like, no. but you don't want to do to your friend. Or you'd be like, yeah, I think I should dress up as a mummy. It would maybe wouldn't be the worst idea, but it's just one of those things where you're like, I don't got nothing for this. I don't got any reply that would be valid for you and satisfy you or me. So I choose to be like, okay, we'll put that in the back of my head and we'll see if we can come up with something until then. I don't know why it's so funny to me. Oh. Also, I don't know why my eyes are leaking. I think I'm just getting like coming down with like allergies and some shit, which doesn't make sense because it's just raining a lot. Lo says, not raining, sorry, it's snowing a lot. The rice is not a bad idea. I tend to like my rice just plain though. You know what I mean? I guess not. There's a few examples where rice can be good, just as is. You know. Pretty. Grin. They have the special rice or rice that's cheap and all that stuff. And
Lone Syndicate said a mummy is an easy costume, though just get like 3 to 5 rolls of toilet paper.
No, for sure. Dude, my allergies have been off. You too? Okay, so it's not just me, right? So maybe it is just this time of year. It doesn't make any sense because I look outside and it's just a barren wasteland of blanketed snow. And you're thinking, yeah, there's no pollen in the air now. And I'm just getting eviscerated. I know what I think it is, Raid? I think it's because the fucking air conditioner gets turned on and all that dust and shit that's been sitting there all fucking summer. Bah! And you're just getting fucking eviscerated by like years of dust and asbestos probably. Ugh. Oh, why would we hire voice actors? Fuck them. Fuck those little fucking greedy cunts. Okay. Ugh. We hate them. Why pay people? Why? We make $1 billion. Fuck you. How about that? Oh, it's a mobile game, so it can't have that much big of a file. So we can't do anything like that. Ah! There we go.
All right, Proxy. I'll go warm up.
Let's see what we just got ourselves to do. We actually decided to do war crimes with later. Oh, good. Okay. Is this even legit a reason for challenge?
I didn't expect that you could challenge someone for a reason like that.
Well, for cat people, their cats are like family. So if they miss out on cute moments for whatever reason, it could be something they'd regret for a long time.
What's this being said? Nog says, okay. Grab a chicken breast, trim it down if your needs to your needs. Also, as for what Lone is saying, wild rice. Okay. Huh. I'll read the chat.
So this challenge is valid. I'm ready to accept it and make amends. By the way, did you buy the Nitro Fuel raffle ticket?
Pesto pasta. I did not.
Nitro Fuel raffle ticket? What's that? Never heard of it.
It's just a little extra fun to spice things up. You can buy tickets from the Nitro Fuel vendor and place your bet on who you think will win before the match starts.
Pasta kicks my ass, cat.
If you bet on me, you'll have all the Nitro Fuel you can drink tonight.
It's heavy. I don't think I've ever eaten pasta and been like, yeah, unless maybe I've worked out like for endurance stuff. But yeah, all right, I'll be back later.
Okay. I'll be rooting for you later.
That's what I said.
Just wait and see, Proxy. The champion will rake in some serious winnings tonight.
It's probably because the air is drier in the winter. Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Has more protein and less calories than white rice. Wild rice. Dude, okay, I'm not sure. Guys, you might have done it. You might have fucking done it, okay? I hate so much. I love rice so much. So much, dude. White rice. The rice that's bleached pure as snow. All right? And then these motherfuckers come in here with this brown-ass looking rice that tastes fake as shit.
Catman 11,234 said, love my pesto pasta because it's high calorie. Put some Parmesan cheese, olive oil on top, 1,000 cals meal.
What? 1,000 1,000 calories meal. Ha! Damn, that's a fucking big-ass. Yeah, that makes sense. Trying to bulk up. But anyways, but back to my rice. I don't know what it is. There's like this healthier alternative to rice. I'm not sure if that's what Nong is saying. Probably not. But I hate it. It's like it looks a little more chunkier than rice. It's like brownish. It tastes to me worse. Like not worse. Like almost like more chemical than the white rice. And then people be like, oh, it's more natural. And I'm like, motherfucker, wait. Just wait. I swear to God, it's going to happen, and I'm going to laugh in your fucking face when we find out 10 years from now, and I'm going to be like, yeah, how's the fucking weird growth on the side of your hip going, buddy? It's because of that damn rice, because I hate it so much I hope it's the case. God damn it tastes disgusting. It's just fake, and it's not my rice. Maybe it's that I've gotten accustomed to bleached rice, which is chemical rice, being more, that's my normal. And then this is a good for you, which I'm perceiving as chemical. But I don't tend to think that way, because I can test aspartame in every soda I drink, and even in my goddamn gamer stuff, so I can still taste the thing that's faking that. Sorry. It's chunkier, brown and white. It's chunkier, brown and white, and usually also has some black grains. That's not what we have. So that's probably not the rice I'm talking about. I'm talking about this weird, like, yeah, it's this shitty rice. Love me some plain white rice, man. Love me some plain white rice. Plain white rice. Nope. See, that's hard to say many times. This is a lot of pause and let me do these two things. I should have probably read these, but hey.
So, you're the one sent by the Sons of Caledon, huh? I'm challenging you, and I'm betting this brooch.
Have I ever told you guys how much I sometimes hate Mihoyo with every fiber of my being? This is what they give us. This is Lighter is one of the newest male characters that they've recently given us, and then they make the dude right to beside him, and then they kill off one of the coolest looking biker dudes you've ever seen. I hate. So maybe I'm just in a hate mood right now, but drives me nuts that that's what we get in this. All right, which looks good. But it's not that, all right? When I'm playing a game where I'm beating the shit out of people, I don't want to look like a twig, okay? I never loved that anime effect.
What's the matter? You scared? I knew the Sons of Caledon didn't deserve the title of Overlord. What a joke. Hurry up. Fight me or scram. If you're afraid, say something nice to flatter me. And I, Andreas, might let you off easy.
I'll kiss you a little bit.
Does this brooch mean a lot to
I'll
you?
hold you real tight.
Of course.
Love you
Pompey
forever.
gave it to me himself years ago. It's my badge of honor in the outer ring. But whatever. A pup like you won't get it.
To wager something so precious. You must be ready to fight like your life depends on it, yeah?
Huh? It's just a stupid brawl for kids. So stop sounding so dramatic. I'm not losing to you.
Don't wager your honor if you're not serious about this.
Oh, quit stalling. You're just scared.
Pause. What do you call it? I will agree with that. I'm not sure who said it. Was it, Cat says, every time my family gets Chinese food, I eat all. Yes. Okay. So Chinese food is to me is the S tier of rice. I don't think you can get better. Okay, Chinese food, rice. I mean, it's also nostalgia. Maybe it's what is it, ESG or whatever the hell it is called. It's like the poison essentially. But it is unparalleled yum. Okay. White rice is delicious except fried rice. Yeah, maybe fried rice. I've sworn off soy sauce because of estrogen. What's that mean? What? What? Because of estrogen? Is this like the
gnawing fetus said MSG. The make shit good.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you call it? But what Kat was saying was, I swore off soy because of estrogen. Kat, this was one of those things they broke a while ago, boy. You're not gonna get fucking man tits from eating what is it called, soy, like soy milk or Soylent. You need a fucking ungodly amount of Soylent or soy milk or whatever it is to produce even the slightest increase in estrogen within the body. So it's one of those things that everyone has said, and it was popping like 2 years ago, where people were like, "I'm not drinking fucking protein that has soy in it because it's gonna make me get bitch tits or something like that." And it was like, dude, like a bunch of scientists came forward, like, it's not even close. Like, you need a stupid amount, I think, unless there's new data that came out. But soy has a lot of estrogen in it, and less than that, I think I'll get my no. No, it's one of those things where they did the math, and like, especially with how much information is about with testosterone replacement therapy or estrogen therapy, what's going on, especially in the last 5 years, they found out that like the level in which you need to actually get this converted is absurdly high. Now, granted, there is some modicum if you are a man who has really low testosterone anyway, and then you start drinking soy. But that's just because you have such a low amount of soy and already such a high amount of estrogen. But that doesn't mean that you're like, it's doing this. That means it's just doing this, which just might be the thing that gets you like over that edge of estrogen production, which actually starts giving you like emotional swings and stuff like that.
There are other things you could wager, right? Maybe you two could pick something different instead?
I'll bet my boxing gloves. And if you match me with something similar, then we've got a deal.
Then, I'll match you with my gloves. I'm gonna teach you a lesson either way.
All right. I, Lighter of the Sons of Caledon, accept your challenge.
I like how this dude's going in there being like, I'm going to totally steam wash this person. Then Lighter's like, I'm going to destroy his honor, his family, everything that he's ever loved. Okay, I'm going to crush it in front of his eyes. Thinks this is going to be a fair fight. Spits in his eyes. Fucking throws dirt in his face. Oh, I thought this was just like a carnival game. Oh, Jesus.
Not bad, kid. But I bet you learned those moves in the underground fighting pits, didn't you? Did you share any of that dirty money with your dead buddies? Or did you just blow it all, not giving a damn?
Who told you about all that?
No secrets in the world of
Catman
a big shot like the
11,234 said, "Don't disgrace my quest for Double D's grin. How else am I going to cosplay?"
I mean, hey, if you wanted to pop off, king, okay? But I'm just saying, I don't think soy is gonna be getting you there. I think it has to be. You gotta start taking that straight injections. Actually, I think there's a different shit now. We're gonna wear a patch and it'll start giving you like testosterone. So I imagine the same thing for estrogen. I thought I also read somewhere that like, as one of these like medical podcast type things, that it's basically breaking down how your estrogen is like in direct correlation to your testosterone. So some people actually have a high estrogen level because it converts it into testosterone. It's one of those weird like things where it comes from the same source or something.
I've made peace with my past. Now I only fight for the Sons of Caledon.
Oh, fighting for the Sons of Caledon, huh? Or using that dirty money to buy yourself a flashy job and a bunch of fangirls in the outer ring. You know exactly what I mean. Strutting around with that red scarf, acting all cool like a big shot. Ooh, I'd want a gig like that too. You and the Sons of Caledon. You're just riding on luck. But you know how it goes for those flashy, lucky dogs, huh? They bite the dust and end up 6 feet under in the outer ring.
Well, Hollywood's never been great with the villains. It always comes down to the same thing of like, I am misunderstanding this about you, and I'm just gonna be 100% confident about my belief in you. And you're like, wow. I mean, it's just something I've seen a lot, where it's like you could make it to where, I don't know, you can make him a little bit more like maybe like a nice guy who has like a pivoted point of like maybe just is a little bit too aggressive, something. Anyway, sorry. But although Adrian has been knocked down, he seems to be trying to provoke Leiter on purpose with his words. Leiter walks up to Anderson, looked like he's about to go finish him off. Even the referee is ready to step in. But at every surprise, Leiter squats down, taps Anderson on his glove, then grabs his sunglasses from the side and puts them back on.
You don't recognize the new Overlord, so taking your bet doesn't mean anything. I'll give you 3 days. If you want a rematch, I'm game. Anytime, as many times as you want. Oh, hey, the sun's about to set. Who's up next?
Guys, I'll be honest. If you guys don't know this about me, you know this about me. I have half and half. I have half with a badass and half. So yes, this will be an interesting. I feel like this is gonna keep on keeping on.
Syndicate said I return.
Yes, Lone. What do you call it? We're seeing Leiter be very cool and badass, but at the same time, part of me is like.
Catman 11,234 said wear Sakura to fangirl over the edgy boy when you need him.
Exactly. Yes. I was about to say, man. I was reading a meme the other day that was about Naruto, and I don't know fucking nothing about Naruto, but by watching memes for many years, I've basically garnered an understanding of Naruto. And it was basically that the meme was like, why did the one girl in the entire village, samurai not ninja village, who has X-ray vision, choose Naruto above everybody else? It's just the next panel. It's like this sweet and timid girl changing like a gross bastard with using her X-ray vision on Naruto, and it's just gross. It's gross, but it's so fucking hilarious. Anyways. Also, again, there's the ever-present meme of clones and etc. Anyways, Ring returns to provide relaxing atmosphere. Leiter continues to win his matches all the way until the sunset. After defeating the last challenger, Leiter takes off his gloves and walks away from the crowd.
Didn't think you'd stick around till the end, Proxy.
That was a lot. I bought these raffle tickets.
Of course I did. I bought the raffle tickets, so I had to see who won in the end.
So, did you bet everything on me?
No.
Cause, I've worked hard to keep my promise and get you all that nitro fuel, you know?
Who else? Your obvious choice.
Who else would I root for?
But
I think it'll take me a while to drink all this nitro fuel.
You don't get free nitro fuel every day, Proxy, so why not let loose a little? Worst case, you can just spend the night here in Blazewood.
That's cute. I do like the idea that like this is the first time where we're playing a character that isn't a child, so like you can actually drink and hang out with your boys essentially and make mistakes essentially. Want to join me?
Want to drink with me, Leiter?
I've got something I need to check on first. I'll be back later. Go ahead and grab your drinks from Bernice.
Catman 11,234 said Leiter is giving me "by guy who knows he almost flirting" vibes.
Well, there are some people who flirt with everybody so that they're just better at flirting than anybody, you know what I mean? Even if they may not particularly be down. But yes, that's the kind of the vibe where, I'm not sure if I'm getting that vibe from him. I'm getting the vibe of like, I feel like if somebody called him on his shit, he'd be like, oh, Mr. Cool Guy. He'd be like, shut up, shut up, fuck you. He is cool, but there's some facade in there somewhere. Nog says both testosterone and estrogen are produced in pituitary gland. Testosterone is a massive production in the Harada, and in the I was about to say there's some people who are out here like mid-maxing testosterone gain, like mogging and shit. But it's basically if you abstain from stuff for like I think it's 8 days or so, like around there, and then you have to not abstain anymore, basically. And then keep that balance going. It basically can like rev up your testosterone in this weird way. But I think there's still a cap on it to where like your natural bodies. I think a lot of testosterone and stuff like that. If you guys have ever seen like people who are overweight who lose a bunch of weight, And then they immediately get like a fucking badass beard, is because like a lot of your body's natural hormones is reflective in your like weight and your food intake and stuff like that, you know. I think weight being the biggest deterrent. Weight, sleep, things like that. Cat says, where's Soccer that? The clone training. Lighter is giving me the one.
Catman 11,234 said, Grin, we are a gotcha fanbase. Of course we're min-maxing testosterone.
Not your boy, man. What do you call it? To me, oh man, I just did chest yesterday, dog, and a cat. And I was watching this video of like a person basically described. I wanted to just try a different chest thing, dude. Out of all the muscles I've ever had, chest is the one that I find is the least productive. Like, it's the least genetical advantage I have. I got weird shoulders and weird back because my dad has weird like big back and big shoulders. But my chest is one of those things where I'm fighting for my life out here, just to keep it in somewhat balance to everything else. And I was watching one where basically your chest can be like broken down into like 3 patterns or 2 patterns. One which is just an eccentric push on an incline or otherwise, which is like bench press, whatever, but some kind of incline. And the other thing is like a fly, but then it also still the tendency of like pausing at each of the movements, like completion essentially, so up top and at the bottom, and then really focusing on that stretch. So I took this like really light kettlebell, and basically just one-handed it and did this and let my hand drop as much as possible and like let my shoulder completely open up like that and then pulled back like this. And holy shit, dude, it's been a while since I've been able to tap my chest and go so yeah, but that's what we've been maxing here. Pain. Soreness and pain. Also, dude, I helped my mom shovel the like a big chunk of the yard essentially today because I didn't want to be a piece of shit because I see her doing it. I thought, this is not right. So I wanted to help out my family, so I went and did that. And what do you call it, man? I have half a mind to buy a shovel that has a hand. It's like the most genius idea I've ever seen. But think of a snow shovel, all right? But instead, there's like a handle at where the shovel is almost, but like a little high up with like a hinge. So instead of picking it up like this and then having to like bend down and scoop and like deadlift with your arms, instead you basically have 2 handles like this where you can use your hips essentially just to swing. It was $40 at Amazon, and I'm this close to buying it, all right? Because I woke up this morning after all that, and my fucking back is like, oh! Skip. Hey, Bernice, you're great. She probably has the cutest dialogue that Mahoya decided. How dare you? How dare we pay our voice act? I don't know, guys. I just can't. You're more interesting than them, okay? So I'd rather just read you. Cat says, my chest sucks ass as well. Do you got a problem with man titty? Like what do you call it? Every man in my family, we hold weight in our hips, our thighs, and our tummy, and also our tits. So unfortunately, again, I talk about this every fucking time I can. Everyone who has like any ambition about working out in your life, you think, hey dude, I'm gonna do a bunch of bench press, I'm gonna do a fuck ton of push-ups, I'm gonna get like this great ass looking chest, and it's gonna be fire. You know what I mean? And then what they don't tell you is like when you put on a shirt now, your nipples are just fucking out. Your nipples are just out here, fucking ready to cut diamonds and shit. And you're like, this is not what I expected and not what I was hoping for. And then you take off your shirt, you think, oh, I'm gonna have these great pecs. You don't. You have this thin layer of fat, and you go through like cycles of like thinness, and like you put on weight, you drop weight, you put on weight, and sometimes, man, you'll get this Goldilocks range, okay, this beautiful Goldilocks range where you just have no fat in your titties because somehow it got destroyed, it got eaten by something else, and you have a good ass looking pec, and then the next week, bang, it's back, and you're like, god damn it, this is the worst. Anyways, out of all the exercises I've ever done, though, I think push-ups gave me the best looking like chest symmetry out of all of it. Push-ups are the shit. Like full push-ups. Not bitch-ass push-ups. I mean bottom, top. Not like top half. I'm all the way down. Chest hits the fucking ground. It doesn't count. Anyways, sorry. Cat says, if I do chest flies too much, I feel a popping in my shoulder. Yeah, well, I think it's the kettlebells help me with that, Cat, because you hanging on to like a weight like this and like having to go do these rotationary things, I think it strengthens this entire web, so your whole body can kind of hang on. I don't have any problem with my shoulders or my knees, but I try to be careful with my knees. I mean, like, that's why I choose to do attack bike, is because I feel like it's very low impact on your joints, which I'm terrified, man. When I see a bunch of people who like do impact sports, I'm like, man, I just have seen so many people get to like 50 and their knees are fucked, just like completely blitzkrieged, you know. And I get you gotta live your life and you wanna have fun, but yeah, just be careful. The more I look at the thumbnail of the stream, the more I want 1.2 to be out now. I agree. I think it'd be cool to be able to play with Katana Samurai person, although I'm enjoying playing with lighter. All right, let's read up some more. Let's progress a little bit. We're talking too much. And we'll get back to chat. From a distance, you see Lighter standing alone. His silhouette is hard to make out in the dark, but the red scarf stands out.
What brings you here, Proxy?
Bernice has a message for you, because I don't want to say this sentence up here.
Bernice asked me to pass on a message when I was grabbing the nitro fuel. She said Big Daddy wants to see you.
Ugh.
Oh, sure. I'll be back in a minute. I've got something to tell Big Daddy, too.
Ugh.
Remember Andreas? I had a feeling something was off, so I came here to keep an eye on him.
I feel like Big Mama would be like a more badass southern draw kind of powerhouse vibe. Big Daddy comes across as like some sort of weird thing.
I saw him answering a phone call, arguing with someone, and then he mentioned something about the Hollow. I'm gonna go back and do some digging on this Andreas guy.
I thought you just had to play the flashy frontman. Didn't realize you were keeping tabs on so much behind the scenes too.
It's because Andreas brought up some things from my past. So yeah, I'm being more cautious. I'm pretty sure we've never crossed paths before. And I've never talked about my shady past since I came to the Outer Ring. It can't just be a coincidence that he knows about it.
I don't know why it's shady past. You fucking fought in a ring and you beat the shit out of people. The UFC is very popular nowadays. I feel like people wouldn't be so peeved. Or like, oh, what a gross hobby or, job. Looks like you are in trouble, yeah.
This is the first time I'm hearing about your past, Lighter. Didn't know you had it so rough.
Are you going for my beat raid?
Yeah, if it weren't for my past, I wouldn't be wearing these sunglasses all the time. Sure, I get lightheaded around blood, but it's mainly because of a bad eye injury I got in an underground fight.
That way your eyes have a red pupil?
My injury was pretty severe. I had to keep my eyes covered and live in the dark for a while. Even though it's all healed now, if I don't keep it shaded, it feels like opening up old wounds again.
Is that why cool guys wear sunglasses even in the shade? Is that his excuse? Very cool. I like how they're like, we can shatter his facade by being like, bro, why are you wearing fucking glasses when you're inside? It's weird. Like, oh, my eyes actually have a medical condition. When actually light is sensitive to them. Oh.
And, never mind. Anyway, I hope you don't mind me always wearing sunglasses when we talk.
Doesn't bother me. At all.
So it wasn't just to look cool? Oh, I was thinking about getting myself a pair.
I didn't say that.
Glad I didn't.
Fuck you. Okay, I did not say that. This is annoying. I hate... I'm sorry. I don't hate. Actually, I don't hate that much. I just find it irritating. Not even it's too much. I find it slightly... It's a little But I don't know. I'm in like a 10x mood today.
You're funny, Proxy.
How did you become the Red Scarf Lighter?
By the way, what made you join the Sons of Caledon?
Because Big Daddy paid off all my debts, and I needed to repay his kindness.
So,
plus,
so Big Daddy is literally, what's the word? What's the word again? It's for like a, I don't know what it's called, but basically like a person who gives you money to like be their girlfriend, I guess, but it's always for like older people. I forget what it's called. I don't think it's called like mom. I don't think it's some more specific.
Red Scarf sounds pretty cool, don't you think?
Ugh.
Gnawing Fetus said Sugar Daddy.
That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, sure. So literally, Big Daddy is Sugar Daddy, basically. So, and he is like a weird like furry orc thing, or not orc. It's like a bull or like boar. That's what it is. Lighter tone, but quiet gaze, crowd, lost stuff. Yes, got it. Phone message, go.
It's Piper.
That's how I read.
Some guys I beat today are at Steel Tusk. They're up for a Nitro Field challenge. I'm gonna talk to Big Daddy about Andreas, and then go kick some butt. Oh, and Piper wanted me to tell you that the other proxy has arrived in Blazewood, too. You two should crash here tonight. The Sons of Caledon will make sure you're well taken care of.
Cool. Guys, it's been a solid 10 minutes since we've killed anything. I find I'm about to seethe. Okay?
Lone Syndicate said Piper's awesome.
Piper is very cool. Wait, Piper's the old lady. Yeah, she's fine. I don't hate her anymore. She's been fine in the story this far. If I did chest like shoulders, shoveling snow is all lower back. If you do do it wrong, I assume is what I mean. I try to use my lats. Yeah, what do you call it? I don't think it's what do you call it? I think to me it depends on like I'm a little tall, so like I have to squat down to like pick it up and throw it forward. So to me, I found like that was my thing where I noticed when I was watching some other people do it, they don't have to get low as me. Like I have to hinge pretty hard with my back or try to squat with my legs. But yeah. Also, I don't even know if it's about height, actually. I would take that. It's not even about height. It's about limbs. Like, I have really abnormally long legs. And my torso is super small. But it's my fucking legs are weird. My chest problem is that in my chest is tiny and flat. I don't have the box upper
Raid
body.
Nate said Grin craves violence. He just like me for real.
It's less violence and more... It's violence. It's violence. My chest problem is... I don't have that boxy upper body, and I can't wear tight shirts because I'm just flat as a board. But have you done like the push-ups and stuff
Lone
like that?
Syndicate said blood for blood god.
Blood for blood god. Raid says the more I look at the thumb, the more it makes crave for that. I do agree as well. I like doing chest machines at the. That's the one thing I do. I'm jealous about people who do have like a gym membership. Is there some machines that look like they perfectly like control everything to be on your chest, like so it perfectly folds in. And like really cool like fly movements. They're like put you in an incline so that you're forward, and they have you like drive upwards as you flex. And to me, I don't really have that. I have kind of something similar, but just not like there's that's like the one good thing about the gym is, and the bad thing honestly is that they give you like it's meant to target a specific muscle group, so it's able to like eviscerate a specific muscle like your chest. But as far as you having like the connective structure to like doing dumbbells and doing a bench press at an incline, it's significantly better for your whole body system to be able to fire in that chain of sequence. That's more realistic to you, like grabbing a milk jug off of the thing or whatever it could be, right? But in an instance like this, where like I find I've tried a lot of stuff and it's the chest is the hardest thing for me to grow or get fatigued. That to me, I think, would be where the gym would just be fucking fire, you know. Especially, but I also think like it's annoying when I go to most gyms and they don't have a slam ball, they don't have any kettlebells, they don't have any maces, even though they're like pretty inconsequential. Like you just put them there, and whoever would want to use them would use them. I also think that they're not very like they're kind of painful to use. Like they're not like something that people would just pick up and like be like, this is easy, you know. It's kind of like, oh, I have to practice my form and all these things. So I don't think most people. I think they just get dusty, honestly. I think most people wouldn't use them. But anyways, guess his Big Daddy is waiting for you. Wow, my comment about him being bi earlier was more joking than anything, but it seems, I mean, we don't know about anything. I'm not sure about you guys, but until someone says I'm down to, I think it's just a good guy being a good bro. Okay? And same thing with a good girl being a good bro in the same context. For my dude, who've played Cyberpunk 2077, Lighter gives me River Ward vibes. River Ward. I can't say that fast. They're so similar. Ray says, I am definitely going for Miyabi. Why don't you want to go for Haramasa, huh? Why, Raid? Let me know why. I'm gonna throw up. I don't know why. Every now and again in the stream, I get like an air bubble that's coming up like up to my chest. It makes me want to feel like I'm gonna puke. Huh? Raid says, and maybe Haramasa's engine, depending on how many Miyabi pulls I go. Raid says, Grin craves violence just like Muriel.
Lone Syndicate said because Grin Haramasa isn't as cool as Miyabi.
No, I don't think that's true. It's probably true, but watch, Lone, kind of weird. Kind of odd, because like I feel like Mayubi is gonna be very meta. It's odd, you know. I feel like Haramasa is probably gonna be like the least popular and the least picked. It's kind of weird that you're playing Mayubi. That doesn't make any sense. Haramasa would clearly be the more fun, unique, and non-meta defining character. It's kind of weird that you're playing Mayubi, who's unarguably like the most meta you could possibly pick. That's weird. I don't know why that's scary. Just something to think about. just something to think about. Ow! My throat. Ugh. Ray says, Grin, crave, yeah, that, blood for blood god. The cat says, a skull for the skull throne. Damn it, you'll make me want to play the goddamn Necromancer Skyrim playthrough. By the way, I still have, I see like the Skyrim tab on our Discord, there's like 4 messages there for me. And I'm just waiting to unlock that until we're actually ready to fucking fire off and play. But until then, that was the story? We didn't actually get to fight anything? Fucking damn it, dude. Okay. A lot of dialogue.
Lone Syndicate said, I see what you're doing, Grin, and it's not gonna work because I'm a turned Haramasa into a healer. Somehow Naima make you eat those words.
I mean, hey, all I'm saying
Captain
is...
11,234 said you should check out calisthenics workouts.
Oh, I know.
You already do some via kettlebells. It's an amazing style of workout for isolation. It's where I picked up triangle push-ups.
Which ones? Do you mean, is it calisthenics or is it like athletics type thing? Let me see. Like, I know what calisthenics is, like the workout of the basically just using your body weight and stuff like that, rings, you know, like wall push-ups and like increasing your incline. I've done a lot of calisthenic stuff as well, but yes. But you're talking about, what are you talking about? There's like a channel on there that's like Chris Heria is what his name is, and he has like Athlenex or Athlete X, whatever it's called. But he does some like fucking insane, what do you call it, like ab exercises, which I've tried a bunch of. But to me, I also think it's kind of bullshit. Like I also don't like. I do not think he actually does like 10 sets of 10 of what he is basically suggesting. Like maybe, but it just seems like, and if you did, you'd be like out of commission for like a long time, because I was revving up to getting to that level, and I was able to do most of them, but it was like, yeah, sloppy at the end.
Lone Syndicate said, and remember, Grin waifu is always meta even when it's not.
I'll get to you in a minute.
McFlufferkin said, I'm here, gonna lurk and rest, we'll be more active next
Gotcha,
stream.
Fluff, hope you're taking care, buddy. Maybe stopping by and hanging out for a bit, as long as you can. Wrong of them to talk about this underground fighting ring and not let us fight. Exactly. But what do you call Lone? Lone said he was gonna, play Mayubi and all these kind of things. I mean, Lone. What would really be different, what would really be like crazy, is if you did get Mayubi, right, to submit a character, but then you found out a way for her to become a healer. Okay? And then you took,
Raid
what's
Maid
his name?
said also the reason I'm not going for Harumasa Grin is cause he's free, ya goofball.
I know, but I'm talking about going for his weapon. I guess you did say you were going to think about going for his weapon too. I don't know if I have enough Primo Gems to consider both, but it is interesting. It is compelling. I think that might be the best path. We might see how much gems we have going into Haramasa. We might play him and see if we like him enough, and then given that, we might spend like maybe 5K.
Lone Syndicate said
on
Hila
him.
Miyabi would slap, not gonna lie.
I mean, I think you should do it. I also I don't know. I just want someone to also be excited for the Archer guy, and we might play him and he might be shitty. I don't know. Yeah. Also, when is the Game Awards? It's next week, Thursday, right? I think that's right. So we might pause our Hollow Live weird game thing, whatever it's called, next week to stream the Game Awards and stuff like that. But I did want to kind of get your guys' like Game of the Year things, but not yet. Don't tell me yet. But I did want to do it eventually.
I thought you were out partying all night.
I think I have mine.
I didn't expect you to be up so early, Proxy.
Do you think Lighter's in trouble? It is settlement days
Well, they never met Wise, right?
Nah,
No, they
don't
didn't.
worry about it. Lighter goes off by himself all the time. Nobody really knows what he's up to.
Just fucking dudes. For following the thread the cat has suggested about him being exceptionally bi, that might be what happens. Okay.
Big Daddy never said anything about it, so
That's
he's
probably
not getting into
who
any
he's
trouble.
yeah. Yeah, after the whole like investment or paying off his debt. Oh, what a horrible.
Maybe he'll be back in the afternoon.
He's like a bored man.
Well, little old me needs to go catch some ZZZs. If you see Lighter, tell him to drag away those guys who passed up a steel tusk, will ya?
I'm gonna kill you. Jokes, please. Piper walks off.
Wise, you said that Lighter was looking into Andreas yesterday.
Let's go get him.
Should we go check it
We're
out?
doing it.
I know Lighter isn't the reckless type, but he really looked out for me yesterday.
We'll save him.
So I can't.
Blood from Blood God. Again, my biggest criticism actually was from the whole Section 6 quest line is that it
Lone
felt...
Syndicate said she said the title roll credits also grin. We gotta watch the lighter RP after
Okay,
this.
we will. But yeah, what do you call it? My only disappointment with the... I actually really like the Section 6 Secretary Ladies quest line. I really liked it, but I didn't like the fact that Wise and Bella were fucking inconsequential. I really don't like that format, even though I know it's kind of like a mission... What's it called? Like it's more of a companion mission or a character mission. I just like when Belle and Wise are like somewhat involved. Like it's almost like by consequence of them being there, they helped in some capacity. I don't like it when it feels like they're largely inconsequential. Not my fave. Yes. Yes! Oh, I don't. What are the odds that my lighter is? God damn you! They make me use their lighter. Disgusting.
And you wanna be my...
What am I doing? What do we do? This? Nope. This.
And
you this. Shut. You guys so loud. They're in my head. They're in my head. Just a bunch of fucking voices.
Lone Syndicate said you can switch trial mode off GRINN.
Oh. Where would that be? Press squad cannot be used. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe before I clicked it. That's fine. It's acceptable. We'll figure it out. Hopefully he's okay. My lighter is not particularly godly. He's just okay.
To what do I owe? Right, okay.
It'll be fine. I think we'll just rock the light. Maybe he'll be better. I mean, my lighter's not 60, so that will probably be a better sell. Cat says the Mayabi Hadada might be interesting. Consider the whole thing is speed. I don't feel like there's. I feel like I kind of get a vibe for like when there is some sort of sussy art character coming down the pipeline. Like yeah, like if Sukaku or whatever was considered to be like an upcoming character, I don't think she'd be lutified to death. Ellen, day one, I was like, it's gonna get bad. It's gonna get real bad. Okay, same thing with Jane Doe. That's fucking. It's like a train incoming. You know that's gonna be bad. Lighter, maybe some like not women things, but men. But Mayabi, I don't know, man. She doesn't really lean into like the easily sexualized type thing, you know. In fact, she comes across as like, I don't even know if I see her in that light. You know, like even if I try to think about it, I'm like, I don't know.
Lone Syndicate said Pultra, the cat lady, the R34 artist, gonna have a field day with
That's
her.
probably, yeah. Yeah, anything that's like adjacent, you know, same thing as Lincoln. Lincoln, there's certain characters where you're like, yeah, it's gonna get bad. It's gonna get real bad. But I think Miami might be one of the more tame ones. Watch it just be like heinous now. It's just like she's a blank slate, so I can apply any fetish to her. Oh, my body. Oh, my ribs. Oh, you know what's the fucking best, dude? Tomorrow is a workout day, and guess what? It's VR as well. After returning from the hollow, you quickly get loaded Lighter's location. You're looking for him.
Lone Syndicate said surprisingly didn't see that much for Burnus and Caesar.
I usually handle these things solo. No one really knows or cares.
Caesar makes sense.
Except for Big Daddy.
I feel like Caesar's pretty asexual. It's like, I don't get the vibe, even though she's well endowed. It doesn't, like, I don't know how to put it, but like there's some sort of weird thing where personality doesn't really plays a part in it a little bit, but it's weirdly like things like it's almost like anything that a person can be like, oh, this can apply to my fetish, like a character that has a cool like threads, like tiny strings, where like kind of similar to what's her name, the Camilla, where she's like all about like tying people up and shit. I think they leaned into it so much that people were like, you fucking took the fun away from it, But yeah, I'm surprised Bernice you didn't see a little more of, because Bernice kind of fits into that weird-esque place,
Last night, I did some digging and found out that Andreas was probably goaded on by an old rival gang. That's why he showed up during settlement days, looking for trouble.
What happened? Did I just type out? Let's see. Also, Raid says, yeah, I'm probably gonna get Maybe and her weapon, as well as, depending on how goes, then I'll consider Haramasa. And yeah, that's it. I might just take that. I might do just exactly that. Jane Doe is the fat ass cat. Yes. Grin, says Cat. Did Maybe has as stern and
Raid
stoic.
said Caesar is like Goku, her true love is fighting.
Caesar's like Goku. Yeah, exactly. Well, Caesar comes across in a weird way, where Caesar's almost like a big sister that has that will maybe possibly find a partner when she's like 38. Just like head in the air, like pie in the sky, whatever the phrasing is, where she's just not into that,
Earlier today,
Bernice
I spotted
looked
some
crazy.
shady new faces around Blazewood. I figured they're probably connected to Andreas and our old rivals, so I followed them into the hollow.
Got it.
What happened?
Simply put, they're trying to use settlement days under Caesar's supervision as a chance to settle their
Gotta get the
beef
bad
and bring
guys.
down. They're setting up an ambush around Blazewood. They plan to strike tomorrow and start a full-blown fight. As you know, the town is now packed with regular people and other gangs. If the Sons of Caledon can't handle this right, people will lose their trust in us. I was hoping to figure out their route and take care of them before they could do anything, but they went poof and vanished.
It's too risky for you to handle this all by yourself, Lighter.
Yeah, but during settlement days, everyone's got their own roles to play.
So I, named Weiss, a mortal who has no powers and is deeply influenced by corruption that is in this hollow space, I will help you. Great. Great.
Honestly, I didn't want to drag you into these outer ring disputes, Proxy.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you're here, or I would be stuck with no clues.
I'm like a person who has a severe autoimmune disorder and like going into a bacteria-ridden place and be like, I'm gonna help you. It's like, what are you talking about?
Next time you're thinking of doing something that bold, hit me up. I'll help.
Well, could I ask the esteemed
Lone Syndicate said I still stand by the fact that I would marry Burnus.
I would rather marry Caesar if in this hypothetical, because as much as she is pie in the sky thing, I think she'd be one of those like wholesome Southern belle wives. You know what I mean? Maybe it's a little too much in a god, but if you so as long as you were able to lock it down, it'd probably work out. Yeah, got it.
You bet. That's what I'm best at.
Head in the clouds. That's what I'm thinking. Head in clouds. Yeah. That was what I was phrasing. Oh, you can use this new character. Guys, it might be kind of gay to say, but again, I'm not a fan of the fucking jacket, okay? There's an image of fucking him just roided out. And that would be fucking fire. Just like boxing. Dude, if he had, if they gave him like fucking bandages that were like bloody a little bit, and he's just sitting there like a boxer in the fuck. It'd be so cool. Actually, I might pay for that skin if that was the case.
There are a few enemies ahead.
But it ultimately would come down to man without a shirt on, which could be considered gay. And if that's the case, we're just going to have to bear with that. Okay, we might just have to go, okay, it's 2024, guys, or 5. Let's relax. Ooh, what's this?
It's the emblem of our old enemy's gang.
Gimme.
Let's go after them.
Please continue onwards.
Oh. Where is it? That
Speculation.
way.
The enemy is behind the debris.
My Ellen is not geared to the teeth at all, but dude, she's like she could just.
Lone Syndicate said jacket op adds too much to his drip.
In the outer ring. Pompey would never stand for this.
again, Mihoyo is like afraid of the gay. It feels like, you know what I mean? Like where again, they're like again, they never give us like a big beefy dude. Instead, they're like he's a thin. Actually, maybe they're not. Maybe they're more. They just have a particular type, perhaps.
We said from the start we'd teach the Sons of Caledon a lesson, and you were all in for it.
But you never said anything about putting the regular folks and other gangs in danger.
You're just like the former Overlord. That sentimental old loser.
Bad guy bad.
Stabbed by his right hand. But didn't you say it was the Sons of Caledon that were behind it?
Oh, did I say that? When you asked about Pompey's death, all I said was, why don't you ask the Sons of Caledon instead?
You're all...
Ooh, so Anderson, this is the big guy. Oh, I see. I didn't really connect that this guy is just one of them, but without the hat. Oh.
Go on, keep shouting. Soon you'll reunite with that good-for-nothing...
Dude's like 5 times your size, gang.
This is the Outer Ring, where the strong reign and the weak fall.
I love how this sentiment of like underlings who have convinced this big brute guy to help him, and clearly like he's bigger than them in every conceivable way. They're like, hey, now when he's in like beating the shit out of us distance, let's shit all over him. It's just like, what a bunch of idiots. Clearly you got to this point by being able to manipulate some capacity, and now you're like, ha ha ha, now I will pull off the facade and then get my shit kicked in. What are you talking about?
It's Andreas.
Psychopath.
Turns out he really was tricked by them.
Oh, this is an elaborate ruse, which would have actually been kind of more fire. Damn it. He's not ready to rip. This can do it. Actually, I would like to see what this lighter's kind of whole thing is, because he does seem to have pretty good stats. Like, he does seem to have a good impact. Sorry. He might have his iconic weapon. Oh, I think in my mouth. Oh, what happened there?
Get back.
My head's still on. I'm still alive!
By Settlement Day's rules, you face your challenges head on, not sneaking around and stabbing people in the back.
Honestly, guys, now we're talking about like what would be the best who is like best girl in this game as far as like companionship would go. Lone, this ever-present psychopath would say Bernice, which is an unhinged girl who's going to burn you alive. I think Caesar's a contender. It honestly might be Belle. Honestly, I think she's, well, hopefully she's okay. I think yeah.
Screw your rules or whatever.
Let's hope that's right. Let's hope there's no weird age thing.
Lone Syndicate said best girl is Reno.
Yeah.
And the Sons of Caledon will meet their
I mean, Reno, you like 2 years in, she'd be, trying to persuade you to do pegging things, and I'm not sure if I'm prepared for that. You know what I mean? Most definitely, you'd have to learn how to do weird knot things. Anyways.
No need to chase them, Proxy. Nailing a few minions won't change much. If only we knew which direction they'd be coming from.
Even if you did, what difference would it make? The Sons of Caledon will be out in full force tomorrow. With all the gangs around, some of them might try to pull something. The Outer Ring plays by its own rules. It's all survival of the fittest. And backstabbers are a dime a dozen.
So, you know their plan?
Did you hear anything I just said? If I hadn't misunderstood you guys, I wouldn't even bother explaining all this.
I challenge you.
Huh? You can just punch me if you're pissed. Now that I know you're not tied to Pompey's death, I'm not interested in wasting my time on you guys.
If you lose, you tell us everything you know.
I think it might just be a battle junkie.
You know Pompey's last words?
Mm-hmm. So, will you accept my challenge?
Wasn't it like save the
Lone
people?
Syndicate said Bell and Wise are in their early to mid-20s.
So it's okay, I'm not a weirdo. Well, I mean, arguable, but still, this. Whap! 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 I should have done this before I activated the thing. This!
What a pain.
Quickly, no, this.
Shark Nami!
This! Damn it, thought that'd be enough. Well, not as satisfying as ending it on that last. Cat says, best girl, I have no clue. Since I don't play looks alone, no clue. But fat ass rat has fat ass rat, so there's that. That is true. So Cat, you might get a little bit too much than you asked for. All right, fat ass rat implies some like you might need to be into a what is it called? Like an open relationship kind of vibe. And I don't know if I'm about that life. I'll be honest. Yeah. After losing the ladder, Anderson follows the rules. Relief, depreciate. Speak out.
Whew, man. It's hard not to envy you. You're so young, but you've already reached the top so easily.
So young, buff, and attractive. Just, whoa, okay, calm down.
Winning effortlessly with style, and being the one everyone looks up to. I gotta admit, you're a better fit for the outer ring than I ever was.
Let me ask you something. What would you do if you found out someone was plotting against Cinder Lake, and you had no backup?
What kind of question is that? Of course I defend
Catman
Cinder Lake with my life.
11,234 said this really is the Bye Guy story. Wow.
I think we're also making it the Bye Guy story, which I don't know what it says about us. But
What's so funny? This isn't just talk. Cinder Lake is the pride of the outer ring.
I don't think it's a fluffy tail.
Everything to protect it.
Might be weirdly nuts. It has the ears and not the tail, I don't think. Does she have the tail? Small nose, screechless, and oh right, is it Cat? Isn't your type like tiny Asian woman?
You must protect Cinder Lake.
Nothing. I'm not doubting you. Pompey would be glad to hear your steadfast response.
Huh? What do you mean?
It's not about who's a better fit for the outer ring. You've been here longer than I have, and your ties to this land are deeper than mine. I might have the upper hand in a spar now, but who knows who will win next time. It's anyone's game. I'm always down for a rematch, but on one condition.
It was a 3v1. What are we doing? What is happening? It was a 3v1. And you are a stunner, my guy. You would 100% die against him, probably. Maybe not Lone's version of you, but you'd be killed instantly.
If you're not prepared to put your life on the line, don't bet something you see as your highest honor so easily.
It's not a guaranteed thing, it's just the vibe I get from good old cat lady, or not cat lady, rat lady.
McFluffican said Miyabi is officially a fox theorem. Pulchra is a cat, same as Nekomata.
But I thought Maya be the in her quest line. I thought they said like she doesn't
Catman
have a tail.
11,234 said, "Sir, every main character in Zenless just jumps people."
What does that mean?
Thanks for today, Proxy.
Probably, yeah, probably. Oh yeah,
Lucky you were there to guide me. Otherwise, I wouldn't have learned about their plan.
Lone Syndicate said, "My lighter ain't no bitch. He'd take on the whole gang."
Yeah. Alone? That'd be interesting. I'll play through this whole mission again, but only with lighter and like the bog standard. I guess you can't, yeah, because you would need the bog. You're only well, no, you can turn off trial characters. Just put one character. Maybe that would be the gameplay for. Well, actually, one sec. I gotta use the washroom. I gotta use the washroom back. Give me that.
McFlufferkin said she doesn't have a tail, but she's still a fox.
I know I scurried away pretty fast, but that was because I was worried I was going to shit my pants. I don't know if we're close enough to where I can just rip ass right in front of you guys and not feel shame. Granted, I can't even do that in front of my parents without feeling shame, so yeah. Also, you know how I told you guys about this little fucking tiny spider thing in like in my bathroom? It's like a little crab guy. Well, he fucked off somewhere. I've let him live the whole time. I think he actually just died because he's been there for like 2 months. I guess they don't live long. So I think he just died. I hope he did. He never bothered me, which is good. He'd like get to new places in the bottom of the thing. But now I have this fucking huge son of a bitch. He's just like got long ass fucking legs, and he's just sitting there, little tiny body, long crimply legs. And I'm just like, yeah, you look poisonous. I don't know. I wish there was an app where I could like scan it with my phone and be like, tell me if this is a problem or not. Will it bite me?
Are you going to handle this on your own again, Lighter?
Well, like those guys said, if the Sons of Caledon go all out on the last day of settlement days, it'll look like the new Overlord doesn't really command respect from the other gangs. And the folks in Blazewood might worry that the Sons of Caledon's old enemies will keep coming back to cause trouble. So, I think it's best if I handle this on my own. Besides, when Big Daddy pulled me out of the
Catman
underground
11234
fights,
said
I'd deal
Google
with any
Eye
old
allows you
grudges
to
and
scan
enemies
things
from
with a
Caledon's
phone camera,
past.
and it'll describe them.
Ooh, okay. It wouldn't just say spider?
Dealing with old enemies.
It drives me nuts that there's like an option. There's only one
The Sons
option.
of
It's like,
Caledon
pick an
are still
option. I can
growing,
only pick that option.
And a lot of
Like, what?
gangs in the Outer Ring are eyeing this new faction full of Caledon's legacy. Big Daddy wants Caesar to be a fair leader, and not to follow in her
Lone
father's
Syndicate said,
footsteps.
speaking of which I remembered something the
there are some things
DPS
only
lighter
I can
team with
handle.
Rena and Nicole didn't do too bad in Shiyu was able to S-rank every stage up until the last one.
Speaking of which, I recommend something DPS lighter team with Rena and Nicole. And rank every stage up until the last. Okay, hell yeah.
McFlufferkin said Alex LaVoice's Lighter, same VA as Luke from Street Fighter 6, has voiced a load of memes involving the character.
That's awesome. I was about to say he's a good voice actor. Again, I think he is. It's funny because it is super leaned into like the I'm cool and mysterious vibe.
G Red said here.
What's good, Red? How's your day going, buddy? Also, what's good, Rollcake? Rollcake says, I do love his voice. His voice is pretty good. I will say, again, I've always mentioned this, but like I have like an appreciation for like badass characters in anime, storytelling, movies. But there's also in the back of my head, I'm like, come on, man. Like, it's almost like when you actually like deconstruct a guy who's wearing like a leather jacket in the hot fucking Arizona weather and glasses when it's nighttime. They give it lore reasons why it's the case, but there's still a part of me that's like, dude, you're out here being like, I'm the coolest guy in this fucking world, and it works. It does work. There's a part of me that also is that. It's like ew, cringe, but also I'm kind of into it. Also, what do you call it? Congratulations, Cat says he just got in a relationship with the person that he described. Hell yeah, Cat, good for you. That's awesome to hear. Cat says, I am a merciless god to bug if they touch me, as long as they don't. You're just yeah. Again, I try to be that way. I just feel bad when I kill anything. It makes me feel like, well, what if I was them? If I was them, they'd eat me alive. It's a stupid concept, but alas, my mortal coil is still that. But yeah, all spiders are venomous. How they actually digest most of their prey. Oh no.
Lone Syndicate said the reason Lighter wears sunglasses all the time is badass.
Yeah, it's because he's got. Oh, they give you a good reason. Okay, well, just from the surface level, it just says he like has a sensitivity to light, which is very cool. But it is like it feels like them working backwards of like what's a really cool badass archetype, and it's kind of like badass dudes wearing sunglasses and shit. And there's a reason for it, like on red carpets, because it could blind you, possibly things like that. But yeah. Are you doing the pay today? Big guy's feedback. No one knows. Yeah, sure, it's got it.
Are you doing this for the Sons of Caledon to pay back Big Daddy? No one in the Sons of Caledon knows what you're doing for them.
I don't know. I just got here.
McFlufferkin said he explains why he always wears the shades. As for the biker leathers, he's probably acclimated to the desert.
I still feel like, ain't that sweaty and locked in fumes? Like, yeah. Jeez Louise. I feel like it'd be stanky in there. Lighter gives off River Ward vibes. I think so. Lighter, yeah, the guy on the screen. The reason Lighter wears sunglasses, badass. No, they probably definitely give a reason, but I haven't gotten to that reasons yet, so I don't know. But they talked about how he like it's for sun thing. It's like when he got in a fight in a something something in his past. I lead the way tomorrow.
Well, let me at least guide you through the hollow tomorrow. Don't be so quick to turn down my offer. After all, I'm a proxy.
A little bit
It's
like a
my job
detective.
to ensure my client gets back safely. Besides, I can't afford to lose a key client like the Sons of Caledon.
Looks like I'll have to bring my A game tomorrow. Can't let the red scarf of the Sons of Caledon embarrass himself in front of you. See you tomorrow, Proxy.
I like that. It's kind of funny because, like, you wouldn't. Yeah, I don't know of any dude friends who'd be like, "I'm here to help you, bro." It'd be like, "I'm already gonna be in the area. I'll back you up, I guess." It's not like a weird anime thing. So I actually do appreciate the relationship of being like, that's not really how dudes talk. Typically. Hello, Belle. Oh yes, yes. Let's respect Lighter's wishes. Trust in Lighter. Let's do this a chill one. Red says, I miss some streams. I tend to not watch Grin if you play. I know, it's me. But hey, Red, I actually don't know if tomorrow's gonna be your thing either. But tomorrow, I'm excited for tomorrow.
Lone Syndicate said, if your body is adapted to you won't sweat. As someone who wore a trench coat during summertime, your body adapts to the heat and you don't sweat.
I was imagining a trench coat. But yeah, I don't know. I do think that's like maybe, but like not maybe. Sorry, I don't think it's fair to say like everyone functions that way. Like for me, my body will always run really really hot, and if I put on layers, then it just makes me sweat. And like there's been moments where I used to wear like a big ass sweater, and it still caused me to sweat and all these kind of things. I just wore it because it probably was like a defense mechanism to keep, because I had a social anxiety. So it was, when you put on a lot of layers, it makes you feel like the world's not quite as heavy and like against like intimidating, I guess. But yeah, what do you call it? That's I feel like it's like some people I think have like a really good ability to have their body acclimate and all that stuff. But I feel like there's a lot of people who just run hot or run cold, and yeah, it's their kind of natural, unfortunate state.
Catman 11,234 said your first face cam videos were always in a big sweater.
Yeah, again, that was one of the reasons. It's because again, it's like I used to wear it in school because I don't know. Yeah, I never really knew what the specifics are. I'm sure people have like a diagnosis now because there's a diagnosis for everything. But whenever I'm in a mall or something like that, like I'm not talking to anyone. I'm not even like stressed. It's just like I can't describe it like it's a sensory overload. It's almost like I'm not sure if it's like maybe your brain perceives things as threats, even though they're not. Like I'm calm, but it's just like I can feel like so many, my brain working overtime, processing everything, I guess. Maybe it gets better, but like I was in high school for a long time, and you're constantly going down the halls, and you're in a room with full of people, and it was always like that. Like I remember it got really bad when I was getting into like 16, 17, when I went to like a second puberty or whatever. But yeah, basically I just found myself like drained. Like I came home after school and I was just fucking done. And it's one of those things where like I've watched a lot of stuff like people try to talk about like the nuances of like introvert versus extrovert stuff.
Balti said
it's just messy, you know? What's good, Balti? How are you, buddy?
McFlufferkin said deserts are hotter days, colder nights, so his attire probably helps with both, avoids sunburns, and also keeps warm insulated at night.
Maybe. I don't know. I just go with whatever I know, and I feel like wearing a fucking leather jacket would be spicy. Would keep you real fucking hot. Like I could see like you taking it off for a moment and then like going back to it on occasion. The reason why you wear leather on a bike is not for any other reason besides to because it's cold and you get pelted with bugs. And also when you fall off the bike, leather is supposed to, you know, stop your fucking arm from getting shredded off. So that's why I think he's canonically wearing. That's why all the Sons of Caledon are wearing, because leather is a proxy for like bikers, and if you fall off a bike, you're gonna get eviscerated. I don't know if it has much reason for like the climate. I think that's probably the reason. It's like, again, people always if you watch any like bike or anything on YouTube, it's always like people trying to be cool wearing like no shirt, or not no shirt, sorry, like just a t-shirt and a hoodie, and everyone in the comments is always like, you're an idiot. Like if you fall off once, you're like you have irreplaceable scars, or not irreplaceable, forever scars all over your body. That's why people wear leather jackets and stuff like that. Also, I imagine it's also because that is cold. Like I think that would be where you could maybe be okay, is when you're like driving on a bike and you're getting hit with wind constantly. It will cool your body down, so that could be where wearing leather almost acts as a shell to protect you from a layer of cold wind hitting you. So those instances make sense, but there's a lot of standing around where there's not a lot of biking going on. I wish I got cold. It got cold here. Yeah, man, what do you call it? The cold weather is nice, but it's also it's kind of sometimes too much. You know what I mean? Maybe it's because I just got sick. When you're sick and you experience cold, it's like a different level of like, ah, fuck. Nog says, "Oh, lol, you say that lone, but I sweat my balls off even if I'm only wearing shorts." Yeah, people like that. In summer when I goes above 80 and I've worked in the kitchen for like 7 hours, it's always a lot hotter than the. Yeah. Red says 98% of the time.
G Red said, "I wish it was 50 degrees outside at all times."
Yeah, I feel like if I could live anywhere, it'd be like autumn weather, where like it's dry. It's like just the right amount of nip to where you could wear a sweater and be fucking locked in. A little bit of humidity in the air, so your lungs feel not like shit. It's great. It's great. Looks beautiful. Let's do this. But what I was saying was, I'm excited for tomorrow's stream because it is going to be of a VR game that I'm really excited to play, and hopefully it's all good. And that's one thing I want to do today is try to prep see if I bought this new cord for my VR headset thing, which I hope is good. It handles like 2-point-something data transfer, which I hope is better than the current one. It might be the same, but it is 20 feet, so hopefully it's not a piece of shit. But I haven't tried that yet. I also got a new face mask. This was the current VR face mask that I had. Isn't that disgusting? This whole bit like fell off. So then I had to like sew it back on with a tiny needle like a weirdo, and then it just frayed. So now I wear this, and now it's just disgusting. It's just sweat. It's just a sweat pocket. It's nasty. But hey, that's human being I get. Yeah, it's crazy how the desert gets so cold. Yeah, I remember people talking about that.
Catman 11234 said VR hype. I highly recommend GRINN when you use the cord to attach it in some way to your headset. Yeah. You have a similar rig to mine, and the cord will break itself by its attachment point if you don't.
This is my bad boy right here. So I have this little node which keeps it like locked in to some extent. It's just on this little lip. And then this is the dial to train it in. But that's essentially my VR headset situation going on. But this is the cord, and then it's got this little tension thing. Because I agree, if it's all on this little cord, it'll just snap right off. But yeah. Have you ever considered upgrading Cat to something else? To figure out the road that... Not voiced. Skip.
Never mind.
Voiced. Yes.
They're gathering to cross the hollow now. We should intercept them before they cause any trouble in Blazewood.
I have a little coffee left.
Sure thing. I'll get you the shortest route through the hollow.
And, thanks, Proxy.
You're welcome, bro. My bro. Cat says, that's why you don't fist fight a biker. The leather, their gloves are all... Yeah, it's like, you're just fighting a guy in armor, basically. You're fighting a guy in armor that has good mobility. Also, they probably just stank because it's all sealed in there. Eek. I wish it was 50 degrees outside at all times. F not C. Fahrenheit only kind of understands C because of PC. No, he says, well, should specifically that all temperatures I mentioned are in Fahrenheit. Gotcha. Also, says Kat, you'll eventually get used to the cord as an extension of yourself. Man, Kat, I understand what you're saying. Especially with these fucking Black Friday deals going on. I got half of mine to get some of them pulleys. And you like drill up to your ceiling and have it like basically always kind of be above you, which I think would be fine. I keep thinking of like, would you ever get to the point where like you're so span around where you'd do this and you'd fucking like grab that cord and rip it out of the ground? But I think it already has like a det cord that will basically pop if it ever gets too much tension on it. But I think I'll wait for Boxing Day. I spent around $100 on shit like VR stuff and all that stuff to where I don't want to spend any more this. But I think by the time Boxing Day happens, that may not be a bad time to look for the shit like that. You know. All right, thank you. Yeah.
Did I miss something? We're just getting started, but you're already thanking me?
No, just felt like saying thanks.
Don't jinx it. In movies, when someone says stuff like that, things always go south.
Got it. I won't say it again, but just know I mean it. Let's head out when you're ready.
Now it says multiply the F temp by 5.7, subtract 6.2. Yeah, I never. To me, people do that, and I always just kind of get like, is it cold? Yeah. Okay. And I just kind of gauge it based on that. People always want so much information. And I'm like, is it cold? How cold? Like normal? No, much worse than normal. Got it. Sounds like shit. Me knowing the particular temperature node, I'm like, oh, okay. Like all I need is like our base and then the
Catman
worst.
11,234 said, "Just know I mean it. Haha, winky face. Say proxy, are you free after we beat the shit out of people? Haha, winky face."
Are we making a move on lighter? Is that what you're talking about, Cap? No thanks, lol. I hate math. I'm about to say, to me again, I'm not sure if I hate math. I just find I always have an aversion for something that's like, in my head, everything is time. So like the time it would take me to like learn up on math and do all that stuff, I'm like, is there an easier way? And this is not a great way to think all the time, but like, what is the most efficient way to get there? And I'm like, Google or ChatGPT or ask someone who I know who's sweet and would like to be. I could tell them like, oh, you're so good at math. I'm sure that would be like a glow up for them that day, like a nice thing to hear that day. So my brain goes like that, which is not the best because then it has you basically finding efficiencies, but then not having like developed skills that are like helpful and like long term, basically. All right, we got lighter, we got that, but I can I can only use lighter. Well, shit. I wonder if it's gonna throw us some team members. Are they gonna make lighter seem like a badass? Also, the one thing I didn't remember about Lighter's kit or like realize is how basically you like you build up all the shit with your other teams expending energy, then you have like your full bar of like unloading a bunch of punches. I just didn't know that if you do that, you basically buff up Lighter's and natural ability to do impact. So you shouldn't actually you should only ever use him as a stunner until you switch to him. Use his like many punches and then just flow into your normal basic attacks, and that will actually have you do more impact damage because I think it stacks based on how many weird blitz stacks you have or something like that. Calculation convert everything. Cat says I would love to do a VR setup in a full dude. Cat, you have no idea. Cat, have I showed you this thing before? I'm so sorry, guys. This might be a de-hinged stream thing. I'm so sorry, but let me try to find it. I will find you, and I will show Cat. Oh, what is... load, you slow... There, internet. There we go. Oh, what would it be called? What the fuck? What would it be called? VR... full body... what would it be called? Suit? No, it wouldn't be suit. It wouldn't be suit. Not that's what it's called. What is it called? It would be called treadmill, maybe? It's not a treadmill either. It's not, like that's not what I'm looking for. It's not that. That is. That's what it is.
Catman 11,234 said haptics.
No. This is what it is. This is the dream, Cat. This is it. All right.
Raid Nate said grin tangent incoming.
This is it. This is it. Please tell me it's it. Okay. This, guys, is the dream. It is the dream. It is genuinely the dream. Look at it. Don't mind the weird AI voice. This is a weird thing. This is a fully fucking like locked in. You can go like vertical. You can go back. Unfortunately, they have like fucking 2 seconds of the goddamn
Lone
image.
Syndicate said, "The fuck is that?"
It's the best. Willy Winkers. Is this the one that I'm trying to find a damn full image of it, and it's just fighting me? Internet's so fast when we stream. I love it. It's the best. If we go video, maybe. Let's just go with that.
Catman 11,234 said, "So this is Grinn's
This is
kinky
not
side
my
half."
kink. It's way too mild. Anyways, this. Is this good? It's not good. This is just a bunch of fucking people talking about it. God damn you. Show me. This is probably the best kind of weird sell on it. But yes, basically, this dude made this weird as shit thing, but it's like everyone has seen it who like likes VR. They're like, it's kind of what I was hoping for. A lot of people have like treadmills that are weird. Load, please. There we go. Maybe it's really struggling on just doing anything. There we go. Anyways, but this to me is like the dream in a weird way of VR. Maybe not looking like a goddamn hide skin like your Hannibal Lecter or some shit. Like if it was like leather or some sort of breathable mesh, that'd be nice. But the idea that like you have full on motion, again, let's not just be creepy about it. But yeah, you like suit in like this, seems super fun. You have like full movement. You can like hang forward. Again, if it wasn't a serial killer about it and made it all fucking flesh colored, I think it was like a little more
Lone
neat.
Syndicate said him of to shower if him not back by the time you end. Have a wonderful
Thanks,
rest
Sloan,
of
for
stream.
being here, buddy. It was lovely talking to you. But what do you call it? Yeah, the fact that you can lean back, you can actually sit if you wanted. There's a lot of instances where you actually like can full body go fucking full vertical and shit. Like that's kind of neat, especially when you're like he shows like flying simulators. But if you've ever played,
G-Red said, "I honestly hate this."
I know you hate it. But I also like the fact that he's found a way to like mimic spine movement and all these weird things. It does look like a Da Vinci era prototype. But it does look pretty cool. And he outsourced all this, so like if you wanted to make it, you theoretically could, although I've never seen anyone do it because I think it's way more like technically annoying than you would probably consider. So probably something where like I'd rather buy this because the nuanced problem of having to build it just sounds like a nightmare hell. But what do you call it? The fact that you actually have like you're sitting, and anyone who's like played VR for long-winded bouts of play, it is exhausting. So the idea that you actually have something that's supported at the hips, legs like that, so it takes off pressure off of your whole body just being completely taxed. To me, it was like one of those things where I was like, I see a lot of these like the treadmills and such, which I don't know if I really need to walk. Like I don't know if I need that to be stimulated or whatever in VR to feel that moving. I think that we just need a better way to like move forward without like holding a joystick, which is super finicky as far as like pushing goes. But yes. But of course, I think is what Red was saying. I think we're all waiting on full body,
Roxy, we're running
full
out of
body
time.
stuff. I.e. full dive.
Hollow. I'm relying on you to find the shortest route.
Again, it's so annoying that they made him a stunner when he's just got like these finessey movements where like you can do a quick little.
What a drag.
Yeah.
Take the shortest route, and I'll handle any enemies along the way.
Gotcha.
Sure, this. I love the boxer fighters so much, especially him. Who's just like a brawler, just like out here to fucking swing.
If I did.
And then they were like, "He's a stunner," and I'm like, "Kill yourself!" Damn you! Ah! This.
Keep going, Proxy.
Please. No! My internet is shitting itself. I really wanted to wrap this up today.
Target.
Let's give it a minute. Ooh, we got a bot in Twitch land. Get out of my face, ban user. Good. I always terrified to ban the wrong person. Lone says, that my dream is a full body haptic suit that lets you feel impact. You can feel, but that's what he's basically trying to build. That's a part of it. Again, I think he fucks it up by using the goddamn, like skin shit hide. Yes, Ready Player One is how it should. Absolutely, it should not be. Ready Player One is one of the worst examples of anything actually applicable. Like when you're actually looking at like a Ready Player One, he like has a harness on his waist, which would make it almost impossible to like crouch down. Like it's one of those things where like movie magic, but it doesn't make any sense for like long term things. I was watching the person who is the chairman of it's called like Cat VR, but it's basically like a catwalk type thing where like it's like a treadmill, like a slip treadmill, so it's not actually any moving ground. But he was explaining how like that just wouldn't work. Like there are things that will inhibit you, you know, and also no one has like a perfect thing to layer like that, you know. It wouldn't really work. Cat says, time for me to shower. Thanks for stopping by, Cat. Hope you enjoy the rest of your night.
Enemy has entered the fissure.
The main force should be over there.
Go.
By the way, Proxy.
I didn't mean to cut off his dialogue.
Hey, you there! Beat it! Get out of the way, we're in a hurry!
Sorry, but I can't let you pass.
Whoa, hold up.
Oh,
Red scarf and sunglasses? You're the Red Scarf from the Sons of Caledon.
Huh? The Sons of Caledon really think one guy can stop us?
If you've got a problem with the Sons of Caledon, settle it fair and square.
and square. Since when does the outer ring care about fair play? I must have missed
After I
the
showed you that I
memo.
feel icky?
In a place like this, it's all about
How
who's
dare
got
you.
more muscle. Only the winner
It's a perfectly
gets to
normal
decide
thing.
what's fair.
The outer ring doesn't need any more pointless fights. Caledon. That's all history now. Today's the last day of settlement days. By the rules.
I want to see the
if
cable
you've got
fumble.
beef,
Well, we used the cable the whole
challenge us
time.
properly. So, what's it gonna be?
Rules? You guys playing house or something? Enough talk. Take this.
Red says, sorry, I didn't drink law. I tried it when I was a kid. Kind of
G-Red
like
said
a plague.
Sword Art Online, full diving, is what I ultimately
Yeah,
want
yeah.
for VR.
Okay, wait, let's lock it for a minute. I agree. That's what everyone would want. Basically, you just want like to control your dreams
of the
essentially,
Sons of Caledon.
and like operate your dreams under full control.
I'm here to issue a challenge to all of you.
All of us. What are you putting up?
I bet my red scarf.
Fine. We'll stake our bad blood with the Sons of Caledon. Don't quit right away.
Should you slap his ass? Should you slap his own ass?
Accepted. I'll take on all of you.
If this was a perverted thing, this would where it would cut transition into a horrible, horrible bunch of things happening. Anyways. Ooh, it's a side scroller. Cute. Oh god. Fuck it. This. We have it. Might as well go to rip. Brah. Some of this to boot. Come on. Ooh, we haven't played like this. We haven't played like this in so long. Damn! We are cooking. I just wish he was a fucking DPS, dude. I would love to scale this up and just make it a real fucking nightmare.
You can take on all of us?
To deal with you, fists are more than enough.
That's some of this.
What's your
Right back
honor
into
really
this.
worth?
Pow! One of these. Kick down. More of this, I guess.
Let me show you how it's
I
done.
feel like I might be losing out on lighter's damage without not having all this other stuff. Also, gang. One sec. I was gonna ask. Oh, I'm not sure.
Red said I was referring to alcohol when talking about I don't drink GRINN.
Oh, what was that referring to? What we were talking about was that connected to? I wasn't sure if like, I mentioned something about alcohol. Oh, I forgot something? Wow, I also don't drink alcohol. So we're kin on that. Bop, bop. I was gonna ask you how much HoloLive is on Steam though, or even on Green Gaming, whatever it is. Hopefully it's not too much. If it could be underneath $40, that'd be nice. Because I already bought that VR game today.
Watch out!
Like, wallet hurting. Oh.
You're in bad shape. You still put those fists up.
No one to talk, cowering all the way back there. Well, I'm done warming up. I hope you can make my red
I wonder if I should,
even brighter.
Again, I'm not sure if I'm fucking up by playing lighter and not investing in his chain attack stuff, because it feels like I might. Yeah.
Let me show you how it's done.
Yeah, I'm not sure, because he has that uppercut thing that looks pretty good. Oh! Dude! He's also scarred to shit, got battle damage. God, that'd be so cool to play.
Lighter of the Sons of Caledon.
Instead, he's got his.
I've completed the challenge as promised. The red scarf isn't something you can take from us.
Also, like I said, the fucking leather jacket, it's probably stanky as shit in there. Look at that sweaty. Ugh. But, dude, God, he even got the fucking like bicep fucking things that are like the tribal as shit things. So cool.
By the rules of settlement days, all your old debts with Caledon are settled here and now. Proxy, I did it.
Good job, buddy.
Beat every last one of them. No cheers for the champion?
Is that the dude? Who the hell was the clapping? Was that me or him? I don't know what that was.
Oh, I'm so tired. Gonna take a breather here. You're in no rush to take EOS back, right?
What was Red saying? Red said, Sword Art Online full dive is what I ultimately want for VR. I was really I do not get river vibes from lighter at all so far. No, that there's not much I can do regardless.
Even if I was in a rush, there's not much I can do.
I feel like I wasn't
right?
any help here.
Well, I could always lower the seat and EOS can hop on my bike and drive me back.
Sounds still cracking jokes.
Still cracking jokes, Lighter? Actually, I've got another
I guess
commission
EOS
on
is the
hand.
bamboo that's with him.
Wanna come with me?
No. I'm seriously wiped out. Please, give me a break.
Not gonna lie, it's pretty intense.
Not gonna lie.
He said
Seeing
that.
so many of them today was pretty scary. Hold on.
Nah, I wouldn't call it reckless.
Sorry, I mean, just skip that.
I wouldn't be betting this red scarf if I wasn't ready to put my life on the line.
Why would you go that far, Lighter?
Why would you go that far, Lighter?
Remember what Andreas brought up the other day, Prox?
I didn't mean to. God. Okay, Lighter takes off his sunglasses. Sunsets glare, his glaze seems a bit uncomfortable. Okay, gotcha.
Because of my poor judgment, my mercenary companions lost their lives. I was filled with regret, but I knew that even giving up my own life wouldn't change anything. I took out a huge loan to support their families. Those were some tough times. Then, the debt collectors threw me into an underground fighting ring to work off what I owed. I didn't have anywhere else to go, or any other options, so I just went along with it. I was like a zombie those days, just seeing one opponent after another under the spotlight, with nothing but cheers and curses ringing in my ears. After being there for a while, I became scared to look anyone in the eye. I was afraid of what I'd see staring back at me. And then, Big Daddy paid off my debts, pulled me out of that place, and handed me this red scarf. He called me a high-profile fighter, saying I rarely lost. He said he wanted me to keep winning for the Sons of Caledon. When I joined the Sons of Caledon, I thought it was just another boxing show. But over time, I genuinely wanted to protect everyone, because I can't stand losing any more friends. I know this might sound a little arrogant, but as long as I keep winning, other gangs will show respect and fear for the Sons of Caledon whenever they see me.
I like how this is all amounting to him talking to a plush on the side of the road and like really pouring his heart out.
This red scarf isn't just a sign of victory. It's a warning to anyone who wants to cause trouble. As long as I breathe, I'll never tarnish the honor of the Sons of Caledon.
Cool. And lowers his scarf. Head. Sunset. Got it. Very cool. I have a little bit of things to say.
I have my people, and a home I want to protect. I'm sorry for making you worry, but thank you. I'm glad that besides this red scarf, you've also gotten to witness my small moment of glory.
Yes. Cool. The night fully sets in.
I handed EOS over to the other proxy. Thankfully, it didn't get scratched or dinged up.
Wise?
Otherwise, the other proxy would have been pretty pissed.
You've got a lot of on your plate.
Yeah, Belle's already drafting a complaint to Big Daddy. And I might add a few things too.
Well, settlement days are finally over. These 3 days really flew by.
You're terrible at changing topics, Lighter.
Yeah, well, I never know how to react when my friends are upset.
I'm just messing with you. Belle and I aren't mad at all.
Whew. It's getting late. Are you heading back to 6th Street, Proxy? Oh, I'm not trying to shoo you away or anything. Just saying, if you're planning to come back and visit the Outer Ring again, give me a heads up next time. I'll have an extra bike ready for you so you can see what it's like to ride in the Outer Ring at
That's
dusk.
pretty cool.
And this...
Alright, I thought it was it. Shit. Alright, before we round those off completely, I did want to say, About this whole mission and stuff like that, how do I put it? I think Lighter's quest line's awesome, like very fun. It's like it makes sense almost. Like, it's like also I do feel like it feels a little rushed a little bit, like almost like they're like, we're trying to build a lot of backstory, so like a lot of what Lighter is saying is almost like filling out his backstory. There's not like much other things, which I actually don't hate, because one of the biggest criticism I have for this game is that it oftentimes puts in like needless semantic back and forth that like is not conducive to the story that they're building at all. So I do like that, but it does feel kind of tight, like really, really rushing, like almost like Lighter is quickly trying to be like, here's my backstory in a few sentences, which is fine. And largely, I would say, like, as I was rate how I enjoyed it, I would say it's probably like a 6 or 7, probably like a 7.5 actually, if I'm being honest. But the reason why it's like lacking that 20% a little bit is because it never deviated from what I think the natural like cool guy vibe is, which again is fine, but it's not the stories that personally I find myself connecting with a little bit. Like I would have enjoyed if there would be moments where Lighter's like veil of like badass dude who's super fucking cool was like melted away a little bit and kind of was more of like a, yeah man, this may be honestly just a defense mechanism or something that like kind of keeps my head above water.
McFlufferkin said I uploaded these screens as wallpaper quality on the ZZ channel. If you or anyone else wants to use them.
Oh yeah, we call it on our Discord. Check that out. Link in the description down below. We'll take you to Discord, and then it's in the ZZZ channel, I imagine. But yeah, what do you call it? I liked it a lot. I just, again, I wish it would have. It's almost like a story, like tell me a story about a badass biker, and then it fills in the blank, which is not bad. Like it's almost like tell me a story about an isekai, and it's like, okay, well, you know, the guy's gonna become overpowered. The guy's gonna become what do you call it? What is it called? You're gonna get a harem, all these kind of things. And I feel like it's what makes isekais fun for me now, after watching so many of them, is when they kind of deviate a little bit, like they kind of add some sort of texture. Whether it's like, okay, maybe the main person has to like earn all of his power. Maybe it's that the main character doesn't go for all of these people, instead just like hard locks into one woman who he loves. You know, whatever it could be. And I feel like this one, it kind of just was what I kind of expected, like a badass biker like Lighter story to kind of be. It was cool though. Doesn't take away from the fact that it's endearing that he basically like burned all of his efforts trying to like make up for the fact that he hurt his comrades, and then he basically paid their spouses and family so that they didn't have to work ever. But I also put him in debt. Again, it all builds the story of like Lighter being a really good guy, but none of that really, to me at any point, was like super. How do I phrase it? What companion quest that we played that I thought was really like crazy good? I forget what it was. It was one of them. But yeah, I did like the Bell was more like involved. I felt like with Mayabe, not Mayabe, sorry, the secretary lady from Section 6. The only thing I didn't like about that story is I felt like Bell and Wise were like basically inconsequential, which I don't like. I like the fact that these two people are like always the variable that like in some way like nudges success to our friends or potential people that we play. I like that. This is this. Is this done? We did it. Okay, but we don't have any currency, weirdly enough, so I guess this is what all the other stuff. Special new challenges. They're still not unlocked. That's odd. I wonder how that becomes unlocked. Special chat. Maybe we gotta do a little quest. Maybe. I did like it though. I did like it. I thought it was good. Again, I wish it would have pushed against some of the expectations of what I had for like Lighter's a badass biker dude. Because it kind of just reaffirmed all that consistently, which is fine. But yeah, ultimately though, I'm pretty happy. I'll probably grind the rest on my time. Ladies and gentlemen, this also was probably our hangout stream. We might do a hangout stream on Saturday. But I do want to kind of keep playing that one VR game because it's just a game that I'm really excited for and I want to play. So yes. I do not get the thing. Lone Fluff said that for the thing. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the stream. Hopefully I can see you tomorrow when we're actually playing this VR game. Hopefully I can get everything working and so it's going to be looking nice. Yeah, I cannot wait to play it for you guys. It's going to be
Lone Syndicate said wonderful stream and in back just in time to say goodbye.
Thank you guys so much for being here. Hopefully I can show you guys something cool tomorrow if you let me.
McFlufferkin said there's also the side-scrolling brawler event for Lighter.
Oh, okay.
Alongside those combat scenarios with Yanagi.
Yeah, I already banged out all the
Both
Yanagi
are worth
ones.
doing before the next banner.
Yeah, Yanagi's was a ton of fun to play. And again, if you guys want an update, if you guys missed anything, I think I'm going to go and save for... I think I'm probably going to go for Mayabe. Or I might do what Raid's doing, which is basically like playing a little bit of Haramasa and seeing if I like his gameplay, and then kind of maybe just dedicating like 2,000 or 5,000 polls to him. But ladies and gentlemen, I gotta really go to the washroom. So I gotta go bye-bye for right now. Thank you guys so much for your time. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and goodbye, my friends.